Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to CWL Anaheim. We are live here on the main stage, ready to kick things off. My name is Bryce, joining me here for this one, my good friend Chris Tutt.
Thank you very much, Bryce. Excited for this one. Excited to get you guys warmed up for what is going to be a fantastic Championship Sunday. Mesa Gaming going up against Mindfreak here, and what is going to be a very interesting game, I think, Bryce.
It certainly is, but let's take a little look at how these teams got here. Here is the winner's bracket from the Game Fuel Open bracket itself. Of course, Mindfreak had a pretty good time of it, doing 2 3-0s versus Vanity and Fuego before eventually falling to Mesa Gaming.
And the thing is, for these two, neither one of them dropped any maps until they found themselves in the winner's final against each other, where Mesa Gaming, of course, came out on top 3-1. So it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to see a repeat of that, or are Mindfreak going to turn this one around?
Yeah, it's a big question for them. I mean, Mindfreak, this isn't the first time they've ended up dropping into the losers bracket and having to come back. They did it at London, but can they do it again?
I don't really expect this 3-0 like we've seen in London when they went up against Kairos. This Mesa Gaming team, very fast and very frantic, but we're going to get into it now. Can Mindfreak do 2 best out of 5s once again, Brycey? It's going to be difficult against a strong team like Mesa.
They certainly are, and of course this first hardpoint here, both teams looking for that top ring control, and if you can get Rockside and start locking it down with those OCRs, you can get a little bit of time onto here, but keep an eye on that clock, because in about 15 seconds you're going to see these two teams start to rotate.
It's all about that garage spawn. You want to try and get as much control as you can, but for me, when I'm looking at Mesa Gaming, I'm looking at guys like Pentagram. He is somebody who's really just started to come into the fold very recently, and he's been sensational all weekend long, every single time we've watched them, and the pace of Mesa Gaming seems to be what is troubling Mindfreak. I had a chance to talk about Divider and Shocks, and they just said the pace is really hard to deal with. Mesa Gaming trying to get that pace moving now as we do move over towards Garage. It is going to be Mindfreak who pick up the majority of the points in mid-hill. Good 2-piece by Shocks. It's not going to help them get in there. It is looking like Mindfreak are going to rotate around, though. Good start from the Australians.
Yeah, they've got a great position here. Right now, Believe needs to stay alive, needs reinforcements for his teammates to make this one work as he sits by water, looking to see if he can make it in now. Trying to get that entry kill. His teammates coming in as well. Nova gets a kill. Looks like they're now flooding in, and that is going to be Mindfreak sweeping out. That's exactly how you should do it around here.
Just worked that so well, coordinated together fantastically. And last time around that these two played, this was the first map, and it was a Mesa Gaming win, so they'll be wanting to repeat that, and we know they have it in their locker. Everyone was expecting Mindfreak to absolutely be the favorite here this weekend. They find themselves at a disadvantage, though, having to win 2 best out of 5s against this Mesa Gaming team, but it's a good rotation, to be honest, from Mindfreak. Considering they got broke, they haven't really allowed Mesa Gaming back in to pick up many points, and the rotation over the fences is going to be an important one. The only guy there, though, is Pentagram, the rest of the team coming through these side of fences.
Well, Pentagram's been a big player for them all weekend long. I'd probably say one of the best players on this squad, but he needs to turn up like he did on Saturday to have a chance against Mindfreak, who are clearly looking for blood. Right now, more trades going in towards fences, but it does look like Mesa Gaming will have the bodies here to begin with and should get this first hold and first bit of time.
Yeah, looking that way. And if I am going to see Mindfreak try to send us to a second best out of 5, I really want to see a lot more from Luca. He's been doing okay, but we know that Luca can offer more than just okay. He is a phenomenal player on his day. Let's see if he can get it going here against the Americans. Mesa Gaming, 3 kills coming in for them as we do move over towards fences. 30 seconds remaining on this one. Nobody really picking up a decent amount of time. It's fairly low scoring, all things considered, after 3 hills. Mindfreak with a very slight lead. Mesa Gaming momentarily in control, but 3 men do go down.
Well, I know you can see both teams still fighting a little bit over fences, but Mindfreak will have the advantage going in towards Rock now. They already have bodies there. The only person going for it, Pentagram, is starting to wind his way over, but it will be a 1 versus 2. Fighter's in a little bit of trouble. About by Rock, can he get out of this one? He's looking for it as well, but Pentagram shuts him down. And that may be enough they need. Can he get out? He gets out of dodge, but look at that. All blue around him. Mindfreak are about to swarm.
Yeah, good look, mate. Plenty of Australians in and around that Rock. Pentagram does well to find Setsi, but will go down, just letting the rest of his team come in, though. Fantastic work by Luca in and around water, staying alive, and he's just controlled this garage area. It's so important to keep a hold of that. If you don't have at least one side of that Rock hardpoint controlled, you can easily get pinched. Right now, Australian team Mindfreak are doing a fantastic job at that. Nobody in the hill for them, just Nova from Mesa Gaming. The rest of the team pushing through the mid-map, trying to force their way through the front door.
Sensi trying to get up, can't get a few kills there as well, and give credit to Mesa Gaming here. They've really managed to hold on what has been a very scrappy Rock Hill. Well, again, another big sweep from them here, and they're going to actually start looking to maybe push into the ring. But having rock control for it is exactly what you want as well. You can push through that door and start locking it down a little bit. Mindfreak are still trying to push it, still trying to get the kills, but it's all Mesa all the time. The slaying is so heavily on their side. You can see now, Believe, 17 and 7, putting the work in.
Oh, we said Pentagram is going to be a big issue for Mindfreak. He's starting to heat up now. Is going to get taken down from behind, though. Wasn't too far of streaks. Neither was Believe, and that's the Tempest gone. So big plays out of Shocks, finding 2 important kills. Trying to lock down up top is Stamino here with this. Oh, not going to quite be able to get it on a Swifty. And as we head into the second rotation, it is going to be a slight lead for Mesa Gaming, but you're very right with what you said to Rock. It's been a scrappy game. Neither team able to really establish any sort of control in and around the hills. We're going to need to see some more slaying from Mindfreak, though. They're getting the rotations, but not necessarily doing much with them.
Well, Tac 5 just come in, and Nova's going to lose it straight away as Swifty takes him down. Mindfreak getting a good amount of time onto this middle hill as they try to push them out, but they're just holding enough control, letting them through. Fighter ends up getting 2, but 1 is his own teammate. And finally, Mindfreak get pushed off, but that is a lot of time. But here comes the rotation, and it's Mindfreak again, who are going to have control of Garage to kick it.
It's been Mindfreak every single time, but yet they still find themselves behind. Fantastic gunfight for BZ to win towards the back there. Shock's got some work to do, does find 1. They are going to be able to lock this down. They've got rock control. They know exactly where Mesa are coming from. This is potential big points for Mindfreak. If they can hold the brakes for Mesa Gaming, have been there every single time. 3 kills going in Mindfreak's favor, though. Can Pentagram work some magic again? Not quite. Mindfreak, this time they do hold.
Well, Luke has been a force for Mindfreak all weekend long, and they need to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Stamino does have the grab slam, probably waiting for reinforcements from his teammates first before he goes in. Does throw it down, and that's going to be 3 for him. And now they break Garage wide open. Mindfreak spawning quite a way out. You got to wonder now, how many are they going to commit to this before giving up and going offensives?
How often we talk about close games that specialists make the difference. Fantastic work of the grab slam there. It's actually going to be Mindfreak breaking back in. Luca finds 3. He doesn't need a specialist to help him do that. It might be for nothing, but fantastic work by Luca to break Mesa, who are looking to hold. Pentagram finds the final kill, and that will give them the scrap. We are going to move over towards Spence. What a shot by BZ in mid-map there as well. Nova is the first one there. 1 guy from Australian team Mindfreak is Setsi. He is the only one there. The rest coming up top plat as well. This is a good rotation in the end by Mindfreak, but it's that time and time again. Every single time, Mindfreak are the first guys there, but Mesa break them each and every time.
Well, let's see if that is going to be the case here, because they have got that Tac 5 activated, and they have pushed out quite a way. Look at the spawn coming in now from Mesa Gaming, all the way over by Rock. They've got to go through a gauntlet to get back into this one. Looks like they're going for top plat control, but they're going to have to convince Luca to do it. Believe eventually takes him down. Pentagram tries to jump in. More Mesa pouring into the hill. Mindfreak now taking the lead back off Mesa for the first time in this game. And it looks like Mindfreak have found some fire as they continue just to rain on Mesa.
Setsi starting to heat up now, finding a couple of kills in and around fences. BZ's the only one to answer back, looking towards this rotation, and surprise, surprise, it's Mindfreak first one's there again. It's going to be the scrap going over towards Mesa Gaming, and we have a tight game here in map number 1. Can Mindfreak hold this rotation? Pentagram starting to heat up a bit again, finds 2 kills over towards Rock. Mesa Gaming are going to be the first ones there. What can Mindfreak do to answer back?
Well, they're stacking right now. You can see Shock's trying to stay alive. We've got an incoming Setsi. Grab slam only gets 1 for it, but that should be just enough to break into. All the pre-fire coming in, he shuts it down, but there's so many Mesa Gaming trying to reinforce. Eventually, Setsi gets that kill, and they have pushed Mesa out of this one, even though they had that first control ton.
Setsi just trying to stay alive, and that's the first time we've really seen Mindfreak start to flex their muscles now. Every single time we've seen the rotation belong to them, but they can't hold it. This time around, Mesa do win the initials, but Mindfreak have broke through very, very easily. The kill feed lights up blue as well. Luca will get taken down, but look at the streaks coming in from Swifty. We know how important they can be on this map. Mindfreak now starting to get a little bit of a lead, the first one we've really seen in this game.
Yeah, Mesa are just faltering under the guns of Mindfreak. Just not able to do anything as they try to get into it here, and it's getting further and further out of control. Swifty with those kill streaks is going to be a big factor as we hit for the next rotation. Shouldn't use them on mid, but he still will have them in his back pocket.
It just helps with the rotation over to Garage, and then you talk about fences, it's wide open other than tin, so we will probably see them used over there. Swifty want to make sure his team will have a lead up till that point. Shock's winning a gunfight up top here as well, and the game slows down slightly as both teams maybe take a breather, looking for some kills up top, just trying to dominate some control. Tempest is out on the side of Mesa Gaming. That's going to be Believe. One player here from Mindfreak going to try and shut that one down. Believe will just about clean it up. Luca just about finishes him in time, but Mindfreak are the ones that have just slowly been chipping away at this time here. They have been finding a few seconds in mid-hill, and the rotation over towards Garage currently belongs to them. Mesa do eventually break through P1.
Well, here we go. Let's see what's left. Neither team really has any specialists available for this next one. Stamina gets that first kill. And they do have control here. Lots of Mindfreak in the water, though. I wonder if they know it's going to be a big pinch coming in for it. And that is going to be the Mindfreak pinch, completely just decimating Mesa all over the map.
Good stuff by them. Mindfreak eventually, as said, seemingly heating up a little bit. They've been here 2 times already this year. We've seen them in Fort Worth. We've seen them in London. They have the experience on that main stage that some of the Mesa gaming team maybe don't have. I was speaking to Fighter in the bathroom, actually, and we were talking about it, and he said, you know, we prefer playing on that main stage. They're back there now, and they want to continue this run that they are doing currently. Mindfreak in a solid league. They can just about win it here as well, Brycey.
They can. They're just going to get a little bit of trouble coming in. Mesa trying to put the hurt on them, but again, a big clear out from Mindfreak, and now you've got to say, I can't see them losing this game. They are in the zone. They are ready, and Mesa Gaming are just getting gunned.
Streaks are in. Swifty calls in the artillery, and it's only about 10 points now for Mindfreak. All the kills lighting up blue. It's going to take pretty much a miracle for Mesa Gaming to push through Rock. They've got 5 seconds to push through. Look at the rotation as well. They need to think about that. Stamino fires in with the grab slam, but it's not going to be enough. Mindfreak take map number 1.
Well, what started out as a close game ended as anything but. As it turns out, Mindfreak found another gear, and Mesa Gaming, what happened?
They slowed down. It was a relatively close game, but to be honest with you, I feel as if Mindfreak played fairly poorly in the first half of that game. I would say their rotations were fantastic, but they just weren't holding them, and then you've seen them start to warm up. We've seen some streaks start to come into it. Honestly, I didn't see too much of fantastic specialist usage throughout that game, which might have been Mesa's route back into it. But for me, I think it was just Mindfreak starting to heat up, and as soon as they started to lock down those hills, that's when we've seen them start to extend that lead.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, we saw Mindfreak play maybe the technically better Hardpoint. You know, they had the better rotations. If they didn't have the rotation, great pinches coming in. I think that's very, very important to note. You know, their map control and positioning really made a big difference. And then, you know, you add on the fact that they were started winning more and more gunfights on top of it. That's why it spiraled out of control.
And another thing, you feel as if that was probably Mesa's pick. When these guys did play yesterday in the winners bracket final, that was map number 1 as well, which Mesa won fairly comfortably. So interesting to see that Mindfreak now win this one, but we're going to go over to Bravo. Of course, the pro games going on here. It is going to be FaZe against Enigma 6. I'm not going to lie, I'm a quiet FaZe fan this weekend. Let's see how they do through this losers bracket.
Well, right now they do have a big advantage, 80 points into this game, as we seem to be into barrels. Big control at the moment here for Enigma 6, though. Can they bring this deficit down? That's the real question. Jet Li just waiting for this push here. It doesn't seem like FaZe are really going to try and push this too hard at the moment.
Maybe just trying to set up a pinch, but on FaZe a little bit, we haven't really necessarily seen top-level scraps all weekend long. We're so used to him just going off every single game. He has had some good games, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to see other players on this team stepping up. 26 and 15 from Asim. That's big plays out of him. He's not necessarily known as the big slayer on this team, but if you're getting performances out of him on Championship Sunday just like that, FaZe are going to be dangerous through the rest of this day if they can get past E6, who themselves have been fantastic. They've been through a resurgence, if you like, and are really feeling themselves this weekend, but right now FaZe Clan in the commanding position here. Over towards P1. Specialist available for Jet Li, though the slam seemingly probably going to be quite important. Can't quite get it off. Selim will shut him down, but FaZe in control here.
They are, and it looks like they did the big setup to try to get this one locked, but unfortunately kills going against them. Enigma 6 will now take control of P1, and it's going to be down to FaZe. Can they break this now? You can see the stack coming in. Many FaZe members coming through, looking to try to get in. They see one on the outside, trying to stay alive. It's Zero with the Maddox. Takes down General Big for him. And now, look, they're breaking right back into this 1 ton, trying to get it. They've got the bodies in. They're just going to take down Kismet.
Seam with 2 more. The rotation is going to be long to Enigma 6, but that final 15 or so seconds is really going to hurt them. We can see FaZe Clan very, very close to winning this one now. The rotation over. General might be at the back, but the rest of his team did not spawn with him. Jet Li, we're going to have to see a good grab slam here. Here comes the Purifier from Zero. The kills coming in momentarily. Just about for FaZe Clan. Galarex did find 1, but Scraps finding his teammate, then going down. The streaks in here for Enigma 6 are going to be important.
Yeah, not only that, but both teams have a war machine. We could be seeing all kinds of fire erupt around this hill. as both teams will probably be looking to use it at some point if they can get involved. Now, Godorex in the hill, looking to make sure as this first player comes through. Can't see him yet. FaZe have got a big stack coming on. Straps going to do one. That's a beta switch coming in as well. Players now jumping in from both sides. General gets 3, but unfortunately one of his own teammate. Zuma's trying to do a little bit of work, and now here it comes. The War Machine. That's straight into his teammate and down. Oh no, that's about the worst War Machine you could possibly get for them. Scraps has one as well, but they do have this. The rotation is now in towards Statue. And it's all TAC 5 for FaZe Clan, and they're going to have that War Machine. Scraps will probably pull it out on this hill. This is hard for Enigma 6.
Very, very hard. You would have liked to have a War Machine going up here, Kismet. I'm not quite sure what the plan was that one, but they have an important specialist here. It's all going to be about keeping Jet Li alive, waiting for this push. We can see Enigma 6 set up, but here comes the War Machine from Scraps. He might not have time to get back. And Scrapsy G, we said he had a slow game, had a slow tournament. It is going to go down. Kismet finds 2, but it is FaZe Clan in control of the hill. This should be their game. Here comes the ground slam from Jet Li. Finds 3. FaZe still spawning at the back.
Big slam from him. Is it going to be enough, though, as FaZe continue to reinforce from the back spawn? It is the big spawn they needed to, and FaZe Clan will lock it down in map number 1.
Great game between those two. A very, very good map number 1. But back to the Mindfreak Mesa game. Keep an eye on that game over on Bravo if you're a big FaZe fan, but stay with us here for a fantastic grand final of the Game Fuel Open bracket.
Well, if you are just joining us, this is our series layout for Mesa Gaming versus Mindfreak. Hacienda Hardpoint already happened. Mindfreak 250 to 158. Big win for them on their journey to try to take 2 best-of-5s over Mesa.
It's a good start. It's a step in the right direction. Already doing better than they were at this point yesterday when they were playing Mesa. They were 1-0 down straight away after Hacienda Hardpoint once again. But we've seen this map a lot. We've seen a lot of Arsenal this weekend, Brycey, and one thing that we've noted that a lot of teams opting for a lot of mid-control. It's such an important thing to do on this map. Mesa now will dictate the pace and move over towards B. We can see them wolf packing, and we'll get this one down. Mindfreak gonna have to retake 5v5.
Well, this is a difficult retake. Very little versatility on the hands of them. So now, Mindfreak just trying to get through here and find a few kills. That's a big first kill. Fighter takes down Nova. Setsi takes down Believe. And now Mesa are reeling against the pressure coming in. There's only going to be 2 versus 4 left. The time may be the difference here. Only 24 seconds left on that bomb. Can they hold out?
I'm trying to see which side they actually plan for. Here we go, Pentagram. Is he going to make the play? Jumps over, they're on the bomb. Swifty and Shocks working together fantastically there. Mindfreak take round number 1. And it just seems as if when we get to this big stage, it doesn't matter how Mindfreak find their way there. They always seem to add that extra experience, that extra fire when you get onto that main stage. So far, so good for them.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about actually how Mindfreak did that break, because a lot of the times you'll see teams maybe try to split off and try to get that pinch in. But I think Mindfreak were aware that they were so far away from the bomb, they didn't really have time to enact it. So they actually kind of 5-stacked and brute forced it, essentially. They just went for them, managed to get the gunfights down, and you saw Mesa Gaming had to just keep backing up.
It's such a numbers game, Search and Destroy. They were in a 5v4 and in that position after you find that first kill. It's all about just playing your trades, but here we go. It's going to be a fight in the lab. Pentagram now seeing what he can do with the SOG. Believe will find the first kill there onto Swifty. And Mesa Gaming seem to have read this really nicely. We talk about mid-map control and teams wanting to get as much of that as they can. Both teams fighting for it in mid-map. Mesa Gaming, though, walking through Mindfreak. It was a fantastic retake by the Australians in round number 1. Mesa Gaming have just bullied them in the middle of the map.
Bye, Luca. Luca decides he's had enough of that, doesn't want to give away any more kills, decides to go for a quick nap in the sands.
And it's one of these things we spoke about a lot this weekend as well with the recent change specialists. Obviously, you don't get as many options to have that in Search and Destroy, so every single point is so important because they're very difficult to get. You don't want to give anybody any extra advantage that isn't necessarily necessary. So there you go. Luca goes for a little jump off the map. Couldn't be closer to the screen there, boys.
I mean, he's in the screen at this point. All right, well, let's jump onto the attack this time around with Mesa Gaming. See how they are going to play this one. You can already see it looks like BZ is going towards B, but the rest of his team going for that middle domination again. Believe, here comes the frag. Is it going to be good? A little bit far out as we can see on the X-ray. And now it slows down. Both teams looking for that information. Possible lobby push coming in from Stamino.
Believe seeing him. And he's just going to back up. They don't want it. They know there may be people there, and when you can get pushed up to this second block, it makes things so difficult. It literally has to be like a 5-man pinch from both sides, but then you've got to be aware of somebody over towards stairs. So Mesa Gaming say no, they don't want to play a part of that, so Swifty will have to be the guy to call this one out. We will see a quick rotation over from Mindfreak. Something to note, though, he does have a cluster grenade, so he may be able to send that in towards the bomb. Is going to find a kill. 3v5 in favor of Mindfreak, but the bomb is down.
Benefit for here. Oh, that's a big first kill. Now, if Swifty can get the bodies here, they can use that cluster grenade to shut off kind of the push from them.
Pentagram's in a good spot, but is going to be taken down by Setsi. If he could get around there unscathed, then maybe this is possible, but there you go. The bomb defuse is going to come in irrelevant to the kills. And that's the problem, right? On that bomb site, if you are planting for gun side and you start losing those gunfights and you have to back off, it's so difficult to then find yourself in a position to defend that bomb, to stop it being defused. Ultimately, for me, I think this is the kill I made. I mean, Swifty, yes, he does well to kill Nova, but the second one, I'm not quite sure why they're challenging. They've got the bomb down. They don't really need to do anything here, and we can see the push actually just comes in from Stamino. ICR, plenty of cover. Don't need to push that, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's a very difficult gunfight to win in that position. I can only imagine the bait and switch was what was on his mind, hoping to get that snap, but unfortunately, positioning is key, and he didn't have it.
Mesa out, their turn to defend. Mindfreak this time around looking for a fast push by the looks of things over towards Nova. Scoping out, trying to find somebody. Looking around, not seeing anything quite yet. Oh, he's going to take a bullet as well. The jump over the bush, not going to quite able to finish him off. 10 HP was all he had left, but he will survive it. That's some information gathered. They know where Mindfreak are now. Mesa can now dictate the map where they need to. They don't push up too far. They're quite happy to sit back and let Mindfreak come to them.
And it's very, very important here. Mindfreak going for this big stack. As soon as this gets called, you're going to see reinforcements come over from Mesa Gaming. But right now, that information isn't really available. He's seen one person now goes down. They're going to know. And you can see Mesa react all across it. Can they get this bomb down in time? If they can, it's massive advantage to Mindfreak. They should be able to take this round down.
5v4 and just playing with the player inside of Vents. It's going to be big from Pentagram if he can push through and find some kills. Luca finds both, though, towards the back stairs. A perfect round from Mindfreak. They set up so easily and slay out where they need to. The Australians looking great in this S&D, starting to get a bit pumped up now in this series.
It's just the problem Mesa had, right, is you're not near the bomb site. You don't have numbers near the bomb site. When you lose it and then the other team has 5 up and plants, but they didn't have anybody along flanks, they couldn't split the fire of the team. They basically had to try and push through lobby and back stairs. And unfortunately, you know, you've got players in gunfights that can bait and switch. They have numbers against you. It's almost a no-win scenario. Like I said, as soon as that bomb goes down, almost an impossible retake.
Into the next one we go, and yeah, it's so difficult when that is down and you have the advantage in numbers. If you can win one gunfight backstairs and then start to create a pinch through lobby as well, then maybe there's something going on. But it is a difficult bomb site to retake. Mindfreak played it so well, though. 5v5 we go in again. Pentagram will give Mesa Gaming the advantage there. Stamino follows up with one as well, and it's just a stupidly aggressive round from Mesa. They just run through Mindfreak, who now are in a bad spot. Setzi's trying to stay alive in lobby. Luca will go down. It's a 1v5. Both teams answering backwards and forwards with clean rounds every single time. Big round out of Mesa, just ran straight down the throats of Mindfreak.
Well, sometimes you need a little bit of aggression. Certainly works wonders on S&D if you can get it to kind of come off, but this is what we kind of expected, right? We saw this game before. Both teams don't have an awful lot of kind of skill differential between them. So we are expecting close games. Not only that, but very similar vetoes from last time around.
Yeah, very, very similar. And I said that first map for me is really just give an indicator of which way I think this series now could go. We've seen a fantastic performance by Mesa on Hacienda last time round, first map, and this time round they lose it. So that will be in their minds. They knew they had that advantage last time round when they played Mindfreak, but Mindfreak now will be feeling confident. As said, they've got that experience up on that big stage. Behind the bright lights, do Mesa have that to tap into? They do not, but they have plenty of skill, they have plenty of pace, and they're a solid, solid team. But let's see. Round number 6, looking like Mindfreak are heading towards B.
There we go. Got to do that, and it's actually going to get a kill. Didn't even mean to fight him, but he's got to get a second against Fighter as well. How on earth did BZ do that? And that has completely cut down Mindfreak's push, and they're going to have to try and look for another kill now. And that is going to be a strive for long range. Not really going to work out for them. Believe, though, managed to get one back. And Mindfreak somehow have pulled this back. It's now a 2 versus 2.
Just came out swinging in and around ladders, and he's going to be caught out there. Swifty by Stamino. Luca now in a 1 versus 2. Gets caught with his pants down. Stamino with the Sog. 3-3 now, a couple of good rounds out of Mesa, and they are not dead in this series just yet. It's looking like Mindfreak may just pull away, but Mesa now getting things going in the S&D.
Yeah, they are. And this is the kill, right? Like, first of all, he gets challenged, and it's actually from somebody else. And then somehow, how on earth he made that kill there, I still don't really understand.
He's been fantastic, you know, like, ever since this guy had the problems with being in the Pro League, had organizational issues, I'm really rooting for him to do well here. And he's been fantastic all weekend long. I think for me, him and Pentagram have been the standouts. BZ has been consistent all weekend with that ICR. Let's see if he can continue it in this grand finals. 3-3 now.
Well, Setsi, I think he just got the information, trying to get out of there. Not going to work for him, and that will be a big retake by Mesa. Now, very important, going to actually be able to plant this on the outside. And now that's on the outside, it's a little bit easier for them to kind of hold, even if they get pushed back again, because we've seen this many, many times before.
Smino very close to streaks as well. Let's keep an eye on that. Nova now just trying to hold this angle. It's so important to do so. He's going to have to take a trip off the map, and it puts him in a bad spot. It's a fantastic grenade in the end by Fighter, who is able to force him away. I believe does answer back. 4v3 for Mesa. Shox comes in with 2. Fantastic work by Mindfreak, but a 1v2 now. Just a little bit too slow on the retake there. They tried their best, but ultimately just don't win the gunfights. And Stamino finds himself with streaks. Mesa in the driving seat now, 4-3 up. Streaks available on Arsenal. There's plenty of places you can use them.
Yeah, that's really big if they can kind of go for a bomb site. The thing is, though, they have the choice of stacking a bomb site on defense or not, maybe using the streaks to retake. Very different to last time. You know when we saw that Mindfreak managed to get an early plant and Mesa didn't really have any way of breaking back in? Now they have that. It's basically a key to unlock that bomb site. They can push Mindfreak out, they can basically do what they want, and they get to play around it.
It's that extra tool. Stamino now. Hellstorm and Lightning Strike both available. And that's why we're seeing them set up the way they can. Look, they can push over towards being fully dominate the middle of the map because they know how open it is, but are Mindfreak aware that Stamino has the streaks? Well, there will be now. The Lightning Strike
just a ping.
Popped, just the ping as said. So they know he has that in his back pocket. They know he hasn't died. They'll know he has a Hellstorm. So Mindfreak gonna have to be cautious now and pick their fights wisely. Swifty will take down Nova though. Pentagram trying his best to stay alive in mid-map, but Mindfreak push on through. Stamino, crucially, is still alive.
Well, here we go, Stamino. Very, very key here to see this push coming from Mindfreak, and he has just seen it. Gonna try and get out of there as well. He knows Mindfreak are coming through. Stamino looks like he's about to bring it in. No, not going to. Does try and stay alive. Believe gonna be challenged for 1, not the second though, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Mesa Gaming, got to try and figure this one out. And is he going to call it? No, not again.
I think if they hadn't planted as soon, he might have called that because he expects to plant over towards A. It's now going to have to be a 2v3 retake. Mindfreak just stacked inside of lobby. Fly out of it now and BZ in a 1v2. Oh, grenade there, expecting the push. I tell you what, that's going to hurt. Luca goes down. Can he find a second? Fantastic work from BZ, a 1v3. And a well-placed grenade, they stack together. It's the right thing to do, but when a grenade comes through that door, in horrible, horrible trouble.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a little bit worried he was going to re-challenge the door there for a second, and then he went, hold on 1 second, I've got a frag grenade. This could work. The fact they kept opening the door for him as well,
yeah,
worked out perfectly.
That definitely helps.
Yeah.
It's one of those things when you play on this map, it's like shoot the door, shoot the door. And as they're so close to it, he has that grenade, and because it's open, he knows they're there. What's up, boys? There's one. Fighter goes down, and he guns Setsi as well. Just challenges it straight off the rip. Fantastic 1v3. Mesa now looking to tie up this series. They are 1 round away from doing so, and still have those streaks available.
Wow. Mesa Gaming should be probably going for a very aggressive push here. As soon as they get this bomb down, they're laughing. Just keep Stamino alive. So much to play with, so much time to burn with it as well. But bear in mind, they have to get there first. Oh, wonder if he's going to call it before they go in. Give himself an opportunity to push the bomb site. There we go.
He's just going to use it just to zone them out. Shox is just pretty much admitting defeat at this point. Will slow it down. And all that does is just give them control. Pentagram takes him down now. Mindfreak are going to have to retake this site in a 5v4. Fighter with a good start though. Takes down BZ. Luca is there through vents as well. 4v4.
Bearing in mind that lightning strike is still available. It's coming in. It's coming in. Gets one. Stamino ends up actually getting the second gunfight as well. Tries to get the start. No, Setsi trying to get it as well. Not going to be able to go down. It's now a 1 versus 2. Can Mindfreak get enough? No, they cannot believe. We'll shut that one down. And that will be Mesa taking map 2.
He puts a few extra bullets in there, letting them know, making sure he's dead. 6-3, a good victory. There from Mesa Gaming in the Search and Destroy. We've got a series on our hands here, Bryce. It's not going to be like London. It's not going to be like London. Where Mindfreak just swept Kairos. That's not happening this time around. Mesa are here to play on Sunday. One apiece between these two now.
Well, there we go. That is it. It's 1-1 here between these two teams. We'll be right back with map number 3 here at CWL Anaheim.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. And Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Game Fuel. Level up the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Anaheim. We are here live on the main stage with Mesa Gaming versus Mindfreak. Currently tied 1 apiece. Mindfreak kicked it off on the Hardpoint, but Mesa came back with a search and destroy.
Fantastic series so far. You know, that Hardpoint was fairly close all the way through, and it was really just the end where Mindfreak just extended the lead and started to wake up, but that search and destroy, the 1v3 from BZ, it's really what sealed the deal. I feel, you know, if Mindfreak made that 4-4 instead of 5-3, it's a much closer game. Yes, all right, you could argue Mesa had those streaks to play with, but a fantastic S&D out of them. Mindfreak now looking to take a lead. This is the map they won yesterday. They did win the control when they lost 3-1 to Mesa in that winners bracket final. Can they do the same again? And this time, will they take the lead in the series?
Well, Mindfreak already with that first entry, shutting down Mesa Gaming, didn't lose a kill either, and now they're going to try and push up. It's going to be Fighter though. He's looking to try and get a few more trades to get into him. Gets one, looks for that second kill. Right now, he's playing the kill game, just being a nuisance for them. Finds another player. Fighter keeps on going. And Mindfreak just dominating Mesa Gaming so far on this control.
Yeah, to die any of the members of Mindfreak right now. It's a fantastic start by them. Give them another as well. Swifty gonna be able to find Pender. Fantastic movement by the American though. Will find Swifty. Fighter goes down as well. And eventually Mesa seem to have woken up and arrived into the lobby. Pentagram finds another aftershocks, finds 2. And it seems to have a bit of an air push is coming in here from Mesa Gaming, and it's a bold move. Can they get away with it? Yeah, oh, Swifty's gonna find a second as well. Some shaky shots, but makes up for them. Mindfreak with a really good start to this first round, dominant on every single side of the map right now.
Luca under a little bit of trouble. Fortunately, reinforcements have arrived in the form of his Mindfreak teammates. And Mesa Gaming really struggling to get anything going here on Seaside Control. Every time you think they're going to have a little bit of an in, a little bit of control, they just get it taken away from them because Mindfreak are gunning right now.
Yeah, Mesa just don't seem to have spawned in at this point. Mindfreak absolutely gunning them across the map. Nova eventually is going to find a couple of kills. Yeah, can he find a third? Not quite. Luca will take him down. Can't quite find Believe, and eventually Mesa will get through. This is still achievable for them. An 8-kill deficit is nothing to be, you know, going up against. It's still achievable. One good wipe and they can get themselves into A and capture that fairly quickly. They're already over at it.
Wow. Wow, look at that play. They just completely left B and run away. The Mesa have just gone to stack A completely as well. That's going to be the second tick coming in, surely. Mindfreak, have they got anybody here? I don't even think they do. Mesa Gaming, that's a great bait and switch from them as well. They're going to be able to control A, surely, but Fighter's just going to shut them down for the last tick. Are they going to get it? A is now locked down. How on earth have Mesa Gaming done that? And now they're flooding in towards B. Could this be the play? They don't have the lives. They have to make this stick.
IQ level 200 from Mesa Gaming. They say, right, they're going to descend onto B. Let's just run away. They capture it as well, but the lives might hurt them here. BZ really needs to stay up. Plenty of Mindfreak members in. Wait for the rest of your team and make that push. One good wipe, though. That's all it takes. 3v12.
Problem being is with only 3 people there, even if you completely stack the hill, Mindfreak are going to get another chance to push it into it. You cannot do it as fast as you could with 5. It's now a 2 versus 11. BG trying to stay alive. He goes down as well. Mindfreak will win out that first control.
Say what?
But Mesa Gaming, that was a great start. I've never seen anything like that. A team just going, yeah, let's actually just take all 3 members away and run away to the other control.
I think it's because they know there's not much time. They know Mindfreak are going to send everything to stop them getting a hold of B. There wasn't a lot of progress at all, and they say, oh, you know what, screw it. Run through the middle of the map, let's go here. I love the call. Unfortunately, the lives just not in their favor in that case, and that's what hurts them at the end. Mindfreak will take the round, but some fantastic play out of Mesa.
Yeah. Good to ask yourself, though, if Mindfreak didn't start off so strong, and Mesa, you know, take down like, what, 6, 7 kills out of Mindfreak, could have been a very different story. Mesa Gaming with a great strategy, just didn't have the lives to pull it off. Now, incoming Mindfreak, though, as they go onto the attack. Pentagram already shutting down Setzi, and Shox is going to go down as well. And now Luca is trying to get some kills back into him. Penna gets 3. Staying alive, Mindfreak have been rebuffed here at B control.
Luca's the only one that really is able to answer. Stamino now pushing up, and will find himself with a kill, but Mindfreak do find themselves inside the point here, Bryce.
Pentagram trying to get into it, needs reinforcements for his teammates. They're going to go for that first challenge. Nova takes him down. Looking for it, does have a stun. He's going to go in without it. Going to get that contest, and there's going to be enough Mesa Gaming here to shut this one down. Mindfreak going to go back to spawn and try again. Stamino finds one, not going to be able to get the second quite enough. That Sorg did not kill quick enough for him to be able to quickly transition. So Pentagram is sitting here trying to get a few more kills himself. They know they have the kill advantage at the moment. Got to be careful though. No one needs to play his life. He doesn't have anybody here to trade for him.
Nova dipping away, but just looking at the scoreboards, believe at 2 and 9, you know, you can maybe point towards that first round and say that's where they maybe struggle this time round. They are finding the kills though in and around the site. Beezy takes down Luca. Fighter is currently the last one alive and will just dip away. Doesn't want to waste his life unnecessarily. Inside the hill now gets Penta. Fighter will find it though. It's just been a good round for Mesa. As soon as they get any sort of control, they push forward. They try to push them back, keep the pace up. It's a 6 life deficit here, but if Mindfreak can break in, this is still very doable.
Well, you can already see Mindfreak trying to split the difference. Swifty has gone to A, trying to get a few things there, or at least slow it down so that clock doesn't tick down, but big fight going on by B. That's the real thing. Mindfreak can manage to break in here eventually. And we'll now get the tick onto B.
And what's great there from Swifty, he goes over to A, doesn't really have much luck, just pushes through checkers and finds the flank, which will allow Mindfreak to capture the point. Mesa now will have to defend A, and it's an easier site to defend than B, absolutely. You do have the life advantage as well. They're actually going for B. They're just going to try and push in. Believe finds one and wants to try and stop this. They're throwing all the lives potentially away if this doesn't work out, and Mindfreak find the kills, but Beezy's here on the spawn again. There has not been a point in this game where there hasn't been somebody from Mesa in and around this fountain just constantly slaying, just in their face constantly. Great from Mindfreak, trying to get a hold of the point. They do get it, but Mesa have played this fantastically as well.
Mindfreak do not have lives to spare now. This will be a 5 versus 10, 5 versus 9 now. Every single trade is not good for Mindfreak. They need to make it clean. Already lost one. Beezy gets it. Now trying to push around the back. Mindfreak's numbers are dropping rapidly. 3 versus 7, 3 versus 6. Lightning striking as well. Is he going to call it? This will be an ambitious call if he does.
He wants his Hellstorm. Eventually, Beezy is on his way back. Fighter's ready for him. Beezy guns him. And that's a big kill. No Hellstorm for you, Fighter, and the Lightning Strike is available. Now a 2v5 or 1v5 for Mindfreak, and the round will end. It was always looking like a Mesa game round, but the fact that those streaks are now available for Fighter does make a difference.
Massive kill there at 3 versus 6. If they'd got that kill 3 versus 5, would have had full streaks. Could have potentially thought about using them, or at least used them, the ping, to maybe move some of the Mesa gaming away. Couple more kills, could have a very different game, but just not enough. Massive gunfight there right at the end, and it does mean we tied up.
And the thing is, from Beezy there was only Mindfreak were down to their final lives, so you get a kill, you don't spawn back in once there's 5 lives remaining, of course. And Beezy got a kill and then stayed in the spawn for like 10 seconds. I'm like, bro, they aren't respawning. So I mean, the fact that he comes around behind so slowly is maybe what catches Mindfreak out. It seemed as if Fighter was ready for it, but comes back slowly, finds the kill that does shut down any Hellstorm opportunities for Fighter. But looking towards the specialist race, there's a lot available for everybody, to be honest with you. Mindfreak maybe with the slight edge here. And I'd imagine we're going to see a lot of them. The Lightning Strike's coming in. The stun might slow them down enough that it causes some damage. Does find Nova.
Samina just run through a grenade. That flag, just ignored it.
Well, they are going to win the first initials there. Pentagram's the last one alive. Ready for the... Oh my god, Setsy's just gunned Beezy. And is able to push forward and will continue to just put that pressure on their spawn. But Pentagram is still in here. Attack 5 available if you want it. Stamino's jumped off the map.
Yep, not exactly what you want there, especially against Attack 5 Mindfreak, who still have all of their health. Gonna be just alive there. That's Attack 5 coming into play, keeps him alive. And now, Mesa Gaming, not entirely sure what their game plan is. They know there's going to be Mindfreak in and around their spawn. They have to fight them first before they can get out. Beezy, just trying to do it, eventually gets that kill as well. But keep an eye on your minimap. Nova, in and around barrels. Wondering if he's going to go for an A flank. Stamino's outside A as well. It might split the difference here. Attack 5 actually coming in for Mesa Gaming now. Pentagram uses it to full effect to take down shots. Believe gets Spider as well, but no. Incoming War Machine. Swifty's got it, and he's just raining explosions inside the site. And it looks like that's going to be a rebuff. Mesa Gaming are going to have to try again.
And they're going to get pushed back here as well. Mindfreak may choose to take some real estate up towards the B side of the map. We can see Mesa now. A similar tactic. Going for it. All the way through barrels. They're in courtyard now. Are they going to catch them out? Pentagram does find Fighter. They should have a fairly easy access in towards A. And there is shocks available inside the site for Mindfreak. He goes down. And that's going to be a decent amount of control here for Mesa Gaming. The lives are fairly close as well. But here come Mindfreak from behind. They're coming through mid-map. Can they close this one out?
It's actually like a reverse push here, because this time they're trying to push their own front door of the church. Can they get the bodies? He's got to grab Sam. Don't know if he's going to use it. He goes high, but it does not connect. And Mesa Gaming still holding this one down with the deficit. And now the pivot comes back in. They've managed to get bodies into B. BG trying to stay alive, trying to delay the push from Mindfreak, give his teammates every little bit of time as he keeps running away and keeps trying to get it. Just hits the hipfire on the KN. And it looks like a big push. Mesa Gaming have eventually now managed to get B.
While they were over there, they had 2 people over sitting at B, so that's ticking away. They have 2/3 of a tick over towards A as well. This takes 1 push and it is over.
Here we go, this could be it. Grab slam though, it's going to be important. Can he get it into the right position? And it looks like Stamino doesn't even need to, as they're going to lock it down.
And that all stems from the rotation round to it. They get as much as they can, but they send some resources back over towards B. Capping that slowly, that's fine. 2 ticks of it, you get 1 decent fight. And Mindfreak don't have time to get back there. Really good play from Mesa. And I just love the way that they're rotating around the map. They're moving at the right times. Yes, okay, they're absolutely losing this lane battle here. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're capturing points. It doesn't matter.
Their pivoting between sites is probably some of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
The fact that they know they can't brute force it, and Mindfreak are very happy to go toe-to-toe and fight you. They're basically pulling Mindfreak around the map, saying, hey, you know what, we've actually pivoted all the way over to A, then we do it, we'll pivot back to B, and then we'll come back to A, and you don't know how to fight them. They don't know how many to stack. They're lacking information, and Mesa Gaming, great play from them, and now they're going to be on to the defense. Going to have that lightning strike. Is he going to hit it? He is.
Hit it. He's only 60 off, getting the Hellstorm, finds one under Luca. There you go, Hellstorm now pretty much going to be available, very, very close, of course. Is he going to be able to get a shot into there? Not quite. There you go, Hellstorm now available for Pentagram. Mesa Gaming with the lead. And it's been a strange series so far. You know, Mesa did lose this map against Mindfreak yesterday, but they also won at the end of Hardpoint, which they lost today. So these teams really struggling to be separated. Stamino goes in, finds only 1 with the grab slam. Luca does go down, but just adding a little bit more pain for this round into Mindfreak. 26-22 is the score, but we are seeing Mindfreak rotate over towards A as well, continuing to push B.
Wow, that flak jacket just took 4 of the War Machine.
It's a very, very strong flak jacket.
Oh, there we go. Stun out, that's going to hit somebody as well. You can see they've got no time. Can see 1. Does he see the second one on the floor as well? That's probably the easiest 2-piece you're ever going to get. 2 people laying down, looking the wrong direction.
I think you would have done well there, to be honest, bro.
I probably would have still messed it up, but right now Mesa Gaming in full control of this control, no pun intended. Mindfreak have got to get a wave of kills to try to get out of it. Eventually that might be enough. They now get into B. Can they turn this around? They don't have the time. Tac 5 coming in as well. Pentagram has a lot in the war chest. Are they going for this big retake?
I don't think they're going to, you know. They're going to keep this Tac 5. They're not going to push. If they push, then it's hard to retake that site. And then, yes, okay, you're going to have the extra 50 health, but would you rather be able to set up here and you be the ones waiting for the push with the extra 50 health? In the end, they're going to push late and just lose every gunfight. For all we talked about how Mesa's rotations on this map has been fantastic, that was absolutely terrible. And Mindfreak run through them and will now have control of it. The lives deficit is only 3 for Mindfreak, but it will not matter if they capture the point. BZ trying his best here through checkers.
Now, this is where it gets a little bit difficult for both teams. It's tight in here, it's tight in church, it's difficult to get a kind of a good line of sight or a good trade going on. Mindfreak have brought this deficit right down. The Hellstorm has been called in as a last resort, and he only gets his teammate. That's not good. Mindfreak have brought it back to completely tied. Now Mesa Gaming don't have the kills.
Oh, that's just worked out so badly for Mesa. They invest nearly everything to win that round, and Mindfreak walk through them and force a round number 5 here. A fantastic round out of Mindfreak, and they could not have asked for more than that.
That is an incredible choke from Mesa Gaming. They used attack 5, ended up using their own Hellstorm. Used a lot to get this one coming through, and how on earth? There were 6 kills to the good, and somehow Mindfreak completely brought it back.
I just didn't get it. The fact that they called attack 5 and then they seen that they were going to give up B. They were fine with that. That's okay. They sat back and were like, right, let's wait for them at A. And then as they got a hold of B, they all pushed forward and got gunned. It just made no sense. This game is not about sitting in preem, let's be honest. It's very difficult to do. It's very much about your movement, but they didn't need to make that push. They had the extra 50 health. Even if they didn't, they should still be winning these gunfights. And now, Lucas started to heat up 22-19 out of him. Lightning strike available. Mindfreak's turn to defend. What can they get going here? Setsi is the first one to fall. Stamino with a kill in mid-map.
Lucas already caught in the lightning strike. He's not going to hit anyone. Stamino gets 2, trying to get up, but that Hellstorm will be unlocked. Stamino gets his 3rd at the same time, and Mesa Gaming has gone straight to this A push again. Mindfreak may be unused to dealing with these kind of tactics, and it is costing them.
Shox is going to find 2 from Courtyard, though. Really good work from him. And here we go, Luca trying to add to the paint, should find at least one, can't find anything. The score streak usage has been somewhat questionable here. What can Meza do? Trying to find the push through now. Setsi does have his grab slam, which will be important in the rest of this game. Mindfreak with a good start to this round. They do only have a 1-kill lead though, but nothing really being done here by Meza. You know, not really too much progress towards anything. The gunfight's just about going in Mindfreak's favor that time round. Meza still with it all to do here though inside of B.
Yeah, trying to get him through it as well. And right now, Pentagram, look at him. We spoke about him a little bit before, but 29 and 17. He really is doing the work for his team, but they still just can't really get against Mindfreak.
Setsi investing the grab slam as well. Not a lot of time left for Meza here. So the map does reset just slightly. Once again, Meza in mid-map, choosing which way to go, can dictate the direction of play. No, he's going to get caught out by 2 up top there. Will find 1. He's done well to do that. Pentagram now. Let's see, can he continue his streak here? Does find a few kills to Meza Gaming, and they're pushing both sides. Believe inside of it.
Big shot from there, and they're actually trying to push A at the same time, leaving one person to slow tick B. I wonder how well that's going to work out for them here, because Mindfreak do have the numbers at the moment, and he jumps out of the top window trying to get it, and he just stuck him. He just managed to get that kill. Nova now under a little bit of pressure. Meza Gaming coming to reinforce. They should be able to get B. They have the bodies here to do it. Fighters desperately just trying the stairs now, trying to stay alive. Pentagram's in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't really have the health. Doesn't get the heal off either. Tack 5 for Mindfreak. They want to shut this down. And it's not good for Meza Gaming.
They find the kills, but BZ is round behind. Gonna find a soul. He just can't quite get it. That extra 50 health does help Luca out. Swifty inside of B. We need to see a good push here from Meza Gaming. Stamino finds 2. Fighter can answer back. It seems as if Nova waiting on the rest of his team, but the longer you wait, the more Mindfreak members are gonna be inside of B. 12 seconds to go. Shox finds 2, and this should be Mindfreak 5v7. 7 seconds to go. BZ, you gotta go. Where's the rest of the team? Everyone from Mindfreak is around. Can they win the fights?
Managed to get in. They're in A. They're in A. 2 versus 4. This is very, very dangerous now. Mindfreak have done so much work for it. Gets the nade out as well. Will not be able to get it. It's now 1 versus 4. Stamino, do you have it? Do you have enough here to save Meza's game? Gonna go for the challenge. He's not got any health. Here comes Mindfreak between a rock and a hard place, and down he goes.
Fantastic work out of Mindfreak. It was just, for me, when I think back to it, when Fighter stayed alive, that was so crucial. So crucial, because if he's staying alive there, they're constantly waiting. He waits on the rest of his team pushing through the defense, they then retake. And it always seemed to be Mindfreak, they just had 1 guy or 2 guys left alive inside one of those hills. And that was what was slowing Meza down. They just could not get a foothold at all. Fantastic work out of Mindfreak. Meza find themselves behind again.
They certainly do, and I believe we're going to have a little jump into the Bravo stream to see how FaZe versus Enigma 6 is going down. Right now, FaZe 2-0 in the series and 2-0 in the control.
And the loser goes home here. Made it all the way to Sunday. It's a painful way to end your tournament. FaZe Clan, though, making things look relatively simple in the series. 2-0 lead, 2-0 lead in the control as well. All the cards in their pocket right now.
Can they lock this one down here? I mean, they've already got A. They have the kills as well. And it's looking a little bit bad for Enigma 6.
Salim having a fantastic game at 20 and 10. Scraps is uncharacteristically doesn't have around 40 kills, which is a bit different from normal, but 8 and 12 out of him. He won't care 1 shot if his team win this 3-0. And it's just like, for me, the fact that, you know, Scraps hasn't necessarily performed at that same level most of the weekend. But the fact that FaZe still find themselves here in Championship Sunday is a testament to the depth in this team. But here we go, Selim trying to stay alive with the ICR here, will get taken down. They already have a hold of A, but now they have plenty of time to push up towards B and plenty of lives to play with as well. Yeah,
they just got to slow this one down a little bit here, FaZe. They know right now they have control of 1, they have plenty of time. And Trey, or Zero, is close to streak, so hopefully his teammates are going to bait out for him here. You can see he's already going to have Zuma and Asim in front of him. Just needs to see if he can use it, because if he can get them, massive props, should be able to easily get into B.
It will help a lot, and that's probably why they're slowing things down here. I haven't seen a massive push come out of FaZe, because they probably want to try and play around these streaks if they can. Seaman Zuma finds 2, Trey, Zero still alive. hasn't been involved in anything here. It does take a couple of bullets. They will be searching from this 4 members of E6, converging on his position. General does find them big kills out of E6 here. FaZe though, are they going to be able to dominate in and around the site now that E6 had to move back? The answer is no, the kills come in for E6.
Yeah, Enigma 6 did a fantastic job to hold this one down. FaZe thought they had something going there where they went for that massive flank push with all of their players, and it just didn't work for them, and now they had to go for a hard break through the front. They didn't get the streaks, they didn't get anything for it. I mean, Asim does have his grab slam, Scraps is close to a war machine, but it's not something they're really going to use at this point. They're just nowhere near B control.
I think FaZe won't mind this. You know, they got a tune to lead. Arsenal is one of those maps where usually you favor the defensive side. If FaZe can find themselves an attack and a defense in the first 2 rounds, they'd be all right going into round number 4 with the lead. You expect them to potentially close this one out, but E6 will find this round a fairly convincing one. And the thing is, when you try to play around with streaks like that, what we've seen from Zero, where they're all pushing towards the back, trying to play for kills, it can sometimes disrupt your actual game plan because you're concentrating on getting these kills. But either way, FaZe will be all right in this situation, but E6 are able to answer back here in the control.
Yeah, as you can see, the FaZe fans all kind of keeping an eye on them over at the feature station, trying to see whether or not, you know, their favorite team is going to win and FaZe up.
I'm a fan this weekend, I'm not gonna lie.
They've done well, very well.
Unlucky to lose to Optic as well, and a really good series there. They definitely have the potential to go very far this weekend. And this is a big win. If they can get 3-0 against Enigma 6 and get rolling through this losers bracket, we could see them very late on here on Sunday.
Well, on now with Kismet. Throws it in, now going to pop the war machine as well. They're looking for it early here, Enigma 6. He's going to be in trouble though, there's a vent play coming in, and he gets absolutely nothing for it.
You've got to know he's in vent. 9 times out of 10, you usually have somebody over there, and just not great awareness at all there by Kismet. That's 2 games in a row. Every single time we seem to come on board here with E6, their war machine seems to go fairly south. Celium now should be pretty much dead as GodRx does catch up with the stun. But a good start for FaZe Clan, which surprises me considering the E6 push just looks so strong as well.
Oh yeah, right now FaZe are just going for this kill game and they're winning it at the moment. A bit of bait and switch coming in, looking for that kill. The team goes so well to just completely nail that one down. Enigma 6 foldering right now. It doesn't look like they have a real direction. That call is going to come in. It looks like they're going to B. They've got a few stacks coming in. They're trying to get into it as well. Now, Trey gets one, and that's pretty much rebuffed all of the pressure. Are they not even going to be able to get into this?
It's going to be difficult. Zero will quite happily aim down the sights with the ICR. 3 kills coming in. 15 seconds to go. Asim is just not stopping. It is eventually going to be dropped, but I don't think E6 have got time, Bryce.
No, this has been probably one of the most one-sided rounds of control ever. They just got nowhere near. Oh, Scrapped it. Oh, War Machine shut down, and FaZe, with a dominant last round of control, will put Enigma 6 out of CWL Anaheim.
And that is how you want to start your Sunday. A 3-0 win against E6, who, to be honest, all weekend long have really looked like one of the dark horses that could do well. They move out of the tournament now, and players like GodRx was fantastic this weekend, but FaZe Clan just stepped too far for them.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. I think Enigma 6 looked a little bit shook because that last round of control, they didn't do anything. They only got 8 kills that entire last round of control.
I think, you know, if they invest that war machine and it works out, it's a completely different round. The fact that Kismet gets caught out from vents, if that doesn't happen, if you can keep that war machine a hold of it and they find the kills, they get a hold of B, it's an easy transition over towards A. I don't mind that push at all. It was just the execution in the end not working out. Well, there you go. Back over towards the Game Fuel Open Bracket Finals here. FaZe Clan advance through the losers bracket, and we will see more of them. But back over to Seaside we go. This time it is going to be Hardpoint. Mindfreak took the first one. Can they take the second and send us to a second best out of 5?
Yeah, no matter what happens, we'll see another map after this one, regardless of the result. Mindfreak can send us to a second best of 5, but they've still got to get through Major Gaming. And already it's kicking off here on Seaside.
And you'd argue this is their pick. You'd argue that this is Mindfreak's pick in this game. Last time around these guys played, again, if you didn't catch it yesterday, Major Gaming the ones to take Hacienda. They took that first map, so they picked it again. They went with it again against Mindfreak, knowing that they are able to beat them on that. Mindfreak answer back with that. So now we're on the Mindfreak's Hardpoint. Can they close it out here? And as said, send us to a second best out of 5.
Well, that's it. That's exactly what they know they've got to do here. Mesa Gaming probably don't want that to happen and try to shut this down in the first best of 5. It was a long day for them yesterday, trying to get this one done this morning. But here we go. Now the rotation is coming in for both teams. Mindfreak are currently in the lead, and Fighter's going to be around the back here. Can he get this first kill down? Easy kill for him. Look at the second. Snapped, and down they go. And Mindfreak have found another gear against Mesa here. This is feeling like London all over again.
It is indeed. Mesa definitely seem to have been in the races a little bit more than Kairos were, don't get me wrong. But Mindfreak definitely step it up when they get on that main stage. Fighter and Luca now combining together well. Having a look, and Fighter on a 5 streak, 140 off now. If you can get streaks going on Seaside, it makes things just so much easier. They've just held this so well. BZ's the first one to answer back in quite some time. Fighter does go down, and that's crucial from Mesa. They have slowed down Mindfreak there. Yes, they may find themselves around 40 behind at this point, but they haven't allowed them to get streaks yet. However, the rotation, Luca seemingly the only one here for Mindfreak right now, with the whole of Mesa coming around towards the back statue.
Big fight coming down. Unfortunately, just didn't have the numbers there. So it will be Mesa Gaming with back statue control. This is where they can get some of these points back.
Out.
They are still spawning out. They've got to be very, very careful. Pentagram has to stay alive here at the back. Otherwise, it's going to be such a hard break for them. And they've gone down, and Mindfreak are now in control.
Mindfreak get the spawns. The thing is, Mesa push all the way to the back, but they still spawn out towards P2 side. And it just makes things so difficult as Luca finds another 3. He's on another streak. 11 and 5 out of him. And we've just managed to get over towards the third hill. This is going to be very difficult for Mesa to break on through. 30 seconds to play for here. The Americans have to get going. Swifty and Shocks combining well. 4 players go down. Mindfreak now in the ascendancy you feel in this grand final. Swifty hasn't stopped this Sorg doing things that Mind just does not. And they move over to barrels. It's a fantastic transition as well. Mindfreak are going to take a 100-point lead heading into P4.
Honestly, it doesn't even look like these two teams have ever played before. You know, you wouldn't think that Mesa Gaming has beaten Mindfreak just yesterday, because right now they just look like a cut above. And now Swifty's still staying alive, trying to get through it as well. Looking at it go, he's going to get streaks, surely. Not quite able to. Another player comes through. Oh, doesn't manage to get the melee off in time and goes down. Bigger kill than they knew there. Mesa Gaming finally able to get some bodies into barrels and get some points on the board.
And they've done very well to hold it. They get a few kills and will start getting their first decent amount of points. They know where they're spawning as well towards Church side, so that makes it easier to hold. Can Mindfreak make this push work? Luca does find one, Believe answering back. The kills momentarily going in Mindfreak's favor though. Mesa still in control. Will they be for long? Pentagram trying to turn up here. Not quite able to do it. Mindfreak break through. Still hotly contested, 20 seconds to go, but Mindfreak, a commanding lead for them, is going to be cut down just a little bit. Those final 15 go over towards Mesa, and it's going to be a fight over towards P1 once again.
Here we go. Here comes the big break, and Mindfreak are there first, and they are in control. But we're now slowly seeing Mesa Gaming going to stack this one as well. They know they need to get a little bit of bodies here to get into it, because right now, the fight's still going on the other side of the map. Pentagram though goes for it, and Swifty's going to bring out the War Machine and shut down this push as well. Mesa Gaming completely just bits all over this control.
No time to get Black Jacket out. And that costs him, and that is actually not a good turn of events at all. Swifty takes down Luca as he goes for the trade. Mindfreak somehow still in control, but there's more members of Mesa in and around here. Shocks gets taken down. Mindfreak had a fantastic start, but Mesa just seemingly coming back into this one. Luca now. Good shots over towards Outer, but Stamino and Nova combine well. They have the side of spawns that they will want for the rotation over towards Courtyard. Mesa Gaming getting back into this game here, Bryce.
They are. They managed to shut down that Mindfreak pressure, and now they've seemed to have found their feet. But still a bit of a deficit for them. Can they get control here? Looking for the bodies coming through. On board with Pentagram on the sticks. He's going to find him as well, but it's so difficult to make that fight. And Swifty gets 2.
Swifty's having a fantastic game. It's 16 and 9 with that Sorg, causing all sorts of problems. But then the other side of things, somebody we said has been fantastic all weekend. For Mesa Gaming, Pentagram not quite having that game. Stamino at 6 and 12. The Sorg's making the difference here. Mindfreak with a 60-point lead. Still Nova has managed to put his War Machine in the back of Stamino's head, but here comes a grab slam, potentially. Oh, Luca takes down his own teammate with the freeze spray. Unfortunate, but Mindfreak may be able to push through. Nova fluffs the grenade. It's a closer game than it was, but some sloppy play out of both teams.
Yeah, maybe they're feeling the pressure now as this game starts to heat up a little bit. Both teams really are throwing themselves at each other, but look on your minimap. That rotation battle is about to go down again, and Setsi has just spawned at the back. Is he going to be able to take that easy here? Yes, he is. Mindfreak takes full control of this rotation again.
And they get the scrap as well. There was two of them stayed at Courtyard, and Mesa were pushing through. Swifty, he may not be long for this world, but he will pick up as much as he can here. You know, he does a great job. He limits Mindfreak there to Mesa to a point. Fantastic work out of him. Mindfreak now in control of this point. Luca with the Tempest out, finds two as well. Tac 5 popped. Mindfreak could really just about seal the deal here at Fountain. Good kills coming in from Mesa though. And this break just comes from absolutely nowhere. Setsi though, Crash Slam here. Is he going to find anything apart from one? Not quite. Pentagram does go down. But Mesa making a good move over towards Fountain here. They just about got control.
Yeah, Fighters backed right up and try not to give them control of this back spawn. Staying alive as well. Mesa have to look so many different directions.
Pinch coming in.
It's allowing Mindfreak to get these kills and move right back into the site.
And that's the problem. If you don't get rid of the guy at the back, they start spawning with him. And then anybody who did spawn out during that period, you had momentary control, is coming through mid-map. So you've got to watch two different directions. If you don't commit to that back spawn, it's detrimental, if anything, to try and get control of it. So unfortunate from Mesa. The initial break looked great, but right now Mindfreak seem to just be rolling with the punches as we move over. And once again, the Sogs have been fantastic. 23 and 13. That was Swifty. Setsi on your screen did 17 and 14 on a 4 streak. Make that a 5. Great snap with the KN as well. He's doing it with everything. Mindfreak now only 20 points away.
Oh!
Let him know, Swifty. He's been gunning all game long, and he needs to continue to do that though. Here comes. Oh, that's an awful Purify. It's an awful Purify. Can he find anything else? Finds Spider, but after finding two of his teammates, it's just not good enough from Mesa. They really have folded in the slaying department this whole series long. Mindfreak 10 away from sending us to a second best out of 5.
Yeah, and you got to wonder yourself right now, is it just Mindfreak the better team today? This has happened before. Mindfreak just find that fire. Don't know where it comes from, but they manage to step it up every single time they need to.
We're going to see a massive game out of Mesa Gaming if they want to send us to a map 5 here. Mindfreak in control. Was that actually, it sounded like he popped the grab slam as well. Swifty with the war machine now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a second best out of 5. Mindfreak take it 3-1 and reset the bracket.
Mindfreak love a good second best of 5, I can tell you that. Did it in London, did it here. Not as clean as London though. This time was a little bit more difficult.
We've definitely still got a game on our hands. Mesa are not defeated here. We've seen they have the potential to beat this Mindfreak team. They already have done. A change of vetoes around and maybe we see a different second best out of 5, but a fantastic performance by Mindfreak. The Sogs on Seaside there were just so much better than Mesa's. And that really is the only reason as to why they won it. The slaying was just fantastic from them.
Yeah, it certainly was. Mindfreak have fought their way back and reset this one. Can they do it again? One more best of 5 to go here at CWL Anaheim. We'll see you right after this.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. And Totino's Pizza Rolls. Make the everyday epic.
Day 2 of CWL Anaheim is in the books, and my God, it did not disappoint. We had some insane plays, clutches, surprises, and domination, and now it is time to take a look at your PlayStation Top 5. At number 5, it's Ricky from Luminosity. Although Luminosity doesn't make it to Sunday, Ricky proves to everyone that he's more than just a coach.
He's gonna have to engage. He's gotta go. There's one.
Oh, wait.
Heal up.
1v1! Oh! At number 4, it's Havoc from Gen G, who gives the hungry fans exactly what they want, with a calculated 3-piece grab slam.
Next wave of kills as 4 go down. Gen G are on the point.
Ooh, we got 3!
You know what that means, friends? It's taco time.
Our number 3 pick is TJ Haley from Optic Gaming, with a swift 6 kills against FaZe.
Grab slam the truck, just get one. He's traded out almost immediately. TJ, lighting it up.
Sitting at number 2, Dashy from Optic Gaming shoots his Tempest into a whole lot of enemies and gets 4 kills against 100 Thieves.
Sam, watch out. They're all weak.
Red plat. Let's go red plat.
And making history at number 1, it's Looney from Splice, with CWL's first ever 1v5 clutch.
Looney in a 1v5 spot. He's able to pick up 2. Finesse with his life. Oh my God, that's now 3 in a row. Can Looney pull this off? He's able to get back to full health. They line up in front of him. He's able to dip, dive, finesse. And now it's a 1 versus 1. What is this from Looney? He still gets away. 30 seconds now on the clock. Phantoms versus Looney. Looney waiting. Looney the angle! Looney the 1v5! What is that?
That will do it for our PlayStation Top 5 from Day 2 at CWL Anaheim. But now it is time for Championship Sunday, the final day of the most prestigious event of the year. You do not want to miss it. Keep up with the action at twitch.tv/Call of Duty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come.
I can't believe what we're witnessing! Are you serious right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Anaheim. We are live here on the main stage with our second best of 5. But of course, as you saw in the break, Call of Duty Champs is just around the corner. We're going back to LA, August 16th to 18th, the biggest Call of Duty event of the year with the infamous championship rings.
It's always the biggest, always the best. And we can't wait to go back to LA. Columbus last year was a vibe, don't get me wrong, but sunshine in LA and vibes are good. We can't wait to see some Call of Duty and to close out the Black Ops 4 season. It's been a great one, and this will be the showcase for it.
It's the event where legends are made. Maybe you can't remember every single player who's won every single championship, but you know who the world champions are every single time. But that's 2 months down the line. Before we get there, well, first on the main stage, Mesa Gaming versus Mindfreak into their second best of 5. If you are just joining us, or if you did miss it, let me give you a quick recap. Mindfreak took the first one, 3-5, losing only 1 map to Mesa Gaming, a reverse of what happened yesterday in the Game Fuel Open bracket.
Yeah, Mesa took that one 3-1, and they lost the control and won the rest. Of course, their S&D still looks good. I will not lie, Mesa S&D was fantastic in that game number 2.
Yep, and if you want to see even more games on Bravo Station right now, Optic Gaming are throwing down versus E United in the clash of the Titans.
It's a big one.
It is a very big one, and you can tell that with the crowd around the feature station.
Well, E United, we've seen so much of them this weekend. What can they do against Optic Gaming? It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
United consists of a couple of duos. You have the Tiny Terrors and Abizi and Sipt. You got the brother duo and Arceus and Pristini, and then you have the captain in Clayster.
United looks right. They have leadership in Clay. Arceus is that main ICR. Abizi and Pristini are like that amazing aggressive duo that you need. And then you've got your superstar in Simp.
Simp is one of the most nightmarish players in the world to go up against right now.
I think Simp has done nothing but positives for the team. I mean, he is just an absolute freak of nature. As long as they're playing the right way, he is allowed to run around the map and just absolutely dominate. I don't know exactly what the drama entailed, but obviously there was kind of a butting of minds between JCap and Clayster that went down. Who was going to be removed? I was hearing Clayster was going to get dropped. I was going to hearing JCap was going to be replaced. Ultimately, JCap ends up being removed from the team.
When it comes down to Cap, Clay, who are you going to keep? That's basically what the rumors were. If you're United, your entire brand has been built around Clayster. He's that superstar of your team.
JCap was an amazing player, and we've seen him move on to different rosters time and time again, and each one succeeds. But with Simp, it's a different story. He's so young, he's come from a very specific place, and that is youth. He's been waiting for this time, and now he's got it.
I have no worries for this United team as they're trying to get into top 8, into top 6. I have no concerns. It's once you go up against your Optics, once you go up against your 100 Thieves, that is when it can become more of a glaring issue. Because if I think back to the final against Optic, the final against 100 Thieves, some of the respawns were really rough for a couple of players on United.
United, for me, what they have to do to win Anaheim, I look at Clayster and Pristini, the Maddox duo. If they can have themselves a great, consistent event from start to finish and make another grand final, I think United can do it.
From what we've seen recently, at least, it looks like things have started to stabilize over at United.
I think when I look at the teams that I think have a chance to win at Anaheim, it's a 3-team list for me right now. It's 100 Thieves, Optic, it's United.
Well, there you go. That's United, a fan favorite for sure. And of course, they are going against Optic Gaming right now on the Bravo stream. And while here on Alpha, we will try and jump into that game as often as possible. We do have a game ourselves.
Yeah, we've still got plenty to go here in the Game Fuel Open Bracket final. Mesa up against Mindfreak in a second best out of 5. But as I said, we'll be jumping into that game very, very shortly, but we'll be keeping an eye on the Optic United game, as I'm sure you all are. But a reset bracket here. Mindfreak now against Mesa. They took the first one, can they take the second? A different beat-up process, of course. This time around, we're going to see Gridlock on Hardpoint as the first map, and the second best out of 5. Let's get into a Brycey, who we're going to crown our champions here.
Well, let's find out. Lucas trying to get that last kill down. It will be Mindfreak to get the control here to begin with on Gridlock Hardpoint. And you can see now, Mesa Gaming waiting for this stack. They know they're going to need a lot of bodies to get in here. It's so difficult to break. Going for the fighter, trying to use that thermal ICR, just not going well for him. And they've been pushed out.
They've been pushed out, but an early exchange between these two. Does seem as if Mesa Gaming are definitely here to play in the second best out of 5. I say that as they do get wiped out, but fantastic work from Mesa. They do still keep control, and it's a hill if you can, find 4 or 5 kills. You can really start locking down a decent amount of time if you're forcing them on one side of the spawn. But as we move over towards P2, this is a nice setup for Mindfreak. You can see there's a band across the back. They want to try and keep a hold of these spawns, but there's Mesa Gaming in numbers trying to push towards the back to no avail. Mindfreak hold fast.
Well, this is a difficult setup to break. Whenever you're around the back here, you kind of want to try and get the flank coming in, because it's difficult to push to the front, but they have a little bit of a pinch going in, but you need to win the gunfights in this scenario, and you're not doing it because Fighter with the ICR is locking it down, but he only has 5 bullets. Fighter, put a new clip in, please. And he's dead.
That's unlucky from Fighter. I appreciate the effort, but always very difficult when you don't have many bullets in your gun. Either way, they will try and come back down Main Street after Mesa do break. And I'm looking at Mesa, and we've seen a lot from Pentagram as per usual, but I want to see a bit more out of BZ. I want to see a bit more out of Nova if I want to see them win this game. The Sogs and Mindfreak just causing so many problems. Stamino as well. We need to see more Sog gameplay out of Mesa if they want to win this game, if they want to be champions yet. They have had a good start. That rotation around to the second hill was broken very easily by Mesa, and they will take a lead as we go over towards P3. But Mindfreak are set up, and they're set up very, very spread out. They should be able to catch Mesa on the way in. A couple of kills in their favor, but it traded away by Mesa. It's a good start from them.
It is as well, but You can feel it, both teams here, you know, trying to make sure that they can walk away here. The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket champions. Nothing left to lose, only one series remaining between them. And now Mindfreak will have control, but Mazer Gaming, the red wall coming in, you can see it on your minimap. Big stack coming in from there as they hit in the showers. Looking for a Pentagram, gets 2. Lucas in a little bit of trouble, he goes down as well. Pentagram gets 3, and BZ shuts him down.
I mean, I don't really understand that. There wasn't many people around, and finds Pentagram with the ICR, and ultimately Mindfreak are able to force their way through. The good thing for me is that the caveat is the fact that they have the spawns that they need. There is actually one player from Mindfreak here. Setsy at the back finds 2. They're important kills as well. Will slow down the taking the hard point from Meza. A thorn in their side, and he spawned them out here because he's been a presence at the back. He will go down, but his work has been done. Mindfreak now pushing around the side of the spawn that they want and will try and flood the hill.
Here we go. Fighter needs to go in. He's going to go in any second now. He's got teammates with him. There we go. Nate going in at the same time. Looking to get this one as well. Looking to get the first one. Explosions going all around. Sees the second. Not quite able to do anything with it, but more of Mindfreak pouring in. Setsy tries to get it, but Stamino snaps with a sword, and 2 of them go down. Mindfreak rejected there.
I would like to see him maybe just stay alive a little bit longer there instead of jumping in and challenging. They know they've lost a few gunfights, and I said we're going to need to see some more from some players on Mazer Gaming. Nova now really starting to heat up. The War Machine finds him 2 different score streaks. Stamino not far off his either. Will get challenged by Fighter, who finds 2 with the ICR up close. And they will pick up that final bit of scrap. It's going to be around a 10-point game by the time we get it over back to P1, where Mazer are already waiting. ICR's up. Red dots in your sights. BZ does find 2. Streaks available here as well if they want them, but they don't seem to need them. Locking it down. Good start by Mazer Gaming. A slight lead heading in towards the second rotation.
Luger actually called his Tempest out there and has lost it now, so that's no longer available for him. Tac 5 coming into this middle hill as well. Pentagram has got it, and he's got it early, so he's going to use it here. Didn't actually get many of his teammates with it either. But there's a lot committed to this middle. Oh, trying to get Fighter as well. Fighter going to be right down. Nova gets 3 with the Hellstorm. And now here comes the rotation already. You can see Mindfreak have already sent 1 player around to try and lock it because they know it's very, very important to get towards 18.
They may have another go at it, but we know that the streaks are there for Mazer. But if Mindfreak can break it and force that streak to be pulled out, if Nova chooses to do so, then that's a win. You take that and you continue on. Get rid of those streaks as soon as you can. If you're within touching distance while they're gone and they've been used, then that's fine. Stamino now pushing towards Sushi. Not going to be able to find anything. Swifty outgunning again. And for me, you know, Swifty is having a quiet game here at 7-14, but he's been a constant thorn in the side of this Mazer Gaming team. Pentagram now trying to line up 3, does have them stunned up. Swifty will kill his teammate because of that. But 50 seconds to go. Mazer momentarily in control. A lot of specialists going to start coming up very, very shortly for Mindfreak to try and get back into this game, but they need to stay alive to be able to be using the Mindfreak. Trying to get back into it, but Mazer in control.
And now Mindfreak look like they can try and force this. Shox is in a really good position if you can just hold out the back here. He's splitting Mazer Gaming. He's making them look towards him. Unfortunately, now goes down, and Mindfreak are going to have to try and push to the front. I just don't think they have the bodies here to do it, Ton. And you can already see the rotations coming from them as well. Stamino holds tight. And it looks like Mazer are teaching Mindfreak a lesson here on Gridlock, not letting them get anywhere near.
And BZ's done a fantastic job, 7 kills in a row, fully streaked out. And what he does brilliantly, he pushes through Broken, gets himself up top, and completely nullifies the pinch. They get rid of Shox anyway, but then everybody's running down the street, and he's got an ICR in his hands, and he is killing everything. 7 streak now for him. 2 score streaks available, 1 still on Nova. Mazer Gaming, 100-point lead. It's a very different map number 1 this time round, Bryce.
It certainly is. Mazer Gaming really aren't letting off, and with that many streaks in their pocket, it's going to be difficult for Mindfreak to really come back against them here, Ton. But now they have control. They can hold this one down, bringing it back to a realistic position. We have seen bigger swings than this in the CWL. But is that actually going to happen here? Right now, Mindfreak winning a lot of gunfights for this one. Doesn't look like Mazer are really going to challenge this one too deeply. They know they're going to have house control next. So it's just on a bottleneck. They don't want to let Mindfreak push out in the back here and rotate around. They want to force them to come through the front. So that's all they're doing. They're just taking the gunfights where they can get them. If they can win a gunfight like Stamino does there as well, you know it's forcing Mindfreak further and further back.
5 bullets in his clip, but he still manages to kill on the Luca. Fantastic work by Meza. They may be able to actually get a little bit of scrap here, although saying that there's 1 second left. Not going to be able to quite get the second kill on the Setsi, but job done for Meza. Mindfreak, yeah, you're all right with that. If you are an Australian fan right now, you get a 30 seconds or so on that hill towards the end. But the thing is, Meza hold the spawn that they need to. BZ calls in the streaks, finds 2 as well. Really good work from him. Luca has slipped the net. Should be dead momentarily, but no. Swifty pushes from the street and is able to break in. Mindfreak get the spawns. All of Meza's hard work in the last hill is undone very quickly.
We said with some bigger swings, and Mindfreak are trying to make that happen here on Gridlock. Have control, 26 seconds left. Gonna be curious, we're already seeing a War Machine coming out, and Stamino somehow just walks through it, stays alive, gets a kill as well. Stamino is a glitch in the Matrix, as somehow he walks through death and stays alive. They keep fighting for this one as well, though. Believe pops the health, tries to get through a few more kills. New Matt going into Maddox as he tries to get out of there. Not going to work well enough for them. Mesa Gaming currently have control, and they do still have streaks in their pocket. Stamino's going to go high.
He's waiting for the push. Here it comes. Stamino comes. Oh, Setsi beats him to it. The streak's called in as well and finds nothing. Massive play out of Setsi. Luca inside the hardpoint now. Nova will call that lightning strike though. Luca is somehow surviving, and it finds nothing. For all that Mesa Gaming had those streaks, they've rotated around and used them hopelessly as Mindfreak locked down mid-hill. And they are finding themselves a way back into this game. It was a 100-point deficit. BZ finds nothing but his teammate. What is this score streak usage? Mindfreak are somehow going to take the lead here in map number 1.
They call it the team from down under, and that's what's happened to this map as Mindfreak are now in the lead. Where has this come from? They have the rotation as well. Luke is going to have his tempers. It's probably coming out here. Fighter's now got streaks. He's about to drop the hammer. Mesa Gaming have somehow thrown this away. 100-point flip. And Mindfreak are about to take this map off of them. Surely not. Luca gets another kill. Lightning strike may even be called in here. Another kill goes down. That's Fighter once again. He needs the reinforcements. Incoming teammates. Incoming lightning strike from the both of them. Only 11 seconds left for them now. Stamino has a grab slam. He has to use it. Needs to be good for him, but he goes down. Luca's got the Tempest down, and that's going to be all she wrote as Mindfreak will take map number 1 in this second best of 5. Oh my goodness.
If you are Mesa Gaming, you cannot let that happen. Score streaks available. You're in control of P1, and Setsi flies through the sky like an eagle and suddenly gets 2 kills with the grab slam, and then you completely mess up your score streaks. And that I did not expect to happen after what we've seen in the beginning, but let's go over to Bravo. I'm sure everybody in the stream will want to know what's going on. If you don't have the stream open anyway, I have no idea what you're doing. But Optic Gaming in the lead against United here over on Bravo in map number 1.
Well, here we go on board with Carminer at the moment. He has got a grab slam in his pocket. I'm not sure he's going to be in a position to use it though. And this game is very, very tight between these two. Only a 12-point difference. And right now it is going to be United with control of it though. Sim manages to get to us. He locks one down at the same time. And now they're trying to push out a little bit, trying to get a bit more control, pushing the green wall back. They know they don't need this spawn anymore as we head towards barrels. Difficult break though for United to get into here.
Very, very difficult. Now Optic are set up in barrels, but United with a really good hold here over towards Fountain and will take a lead. And how many games have we seen between these two on Seaside Hardpoint? That has been just ridiculous. Looks like we're in for another close one here. The Tac 5 is popped by Optic Gaming, so this hold should be nice and easy. Karma was going to go for the grab slam. You feel there, Pristine. He just about beats him to it. The kills do come in for Optic Gaming, though. They should be able to hold. Arcity's in the point with Tempest out. That she does go down, and I mean, if you've got a problem with Simpro, you need to talk to him behind closed doors, but fantastic shot, and just onto the wrong guy, but United do break through.
United now in control of barrels, and this is very, very dangerous for Optic Gaming. I wonder if they're waiting this Tempest out. They know it's here. You can already assume he's actually going to use his War Machine as well, trying to put it through. TJ, how he walks through fire. Somehow manages to get it, eventually goes down. Sim able to lock that one down with a Sorg. Optic Gaming just not in a position to get into barrels now. The rotation coming in, there's already going to be Clayster there, but he's going to get so many of the green wall. And now Optic Gaming will have control as we switch back to P1 for the next set of rotations.
A fantastic 2 hills out of United. Finding themselves in the lead. Pristini might just be caught with his pants down a little bit. Turns and burns onto Crimsix, though looking for the kill on the Scump. Not going to happen. And Optic eventually get a good hold over towards a hill. Can they keep this locked down though? The reinforcements are coming, but Simp is lingering around the hill. Will get taken down. Callisto does answer back, but E United all through the front door now. Abizi looking for a pick on the dash. He has to back up. If he can get this kill, it could be a pinch being set up. Abizi does well. Can they find the rest of them? A close game between these two. E United still with a lead and can't quite get it. Yes, they do. Simp stays alive, finds the hill, finds the kills. 30 seconds to play for here on P1. And E United are in control.
Pristini just killed Simp, but Clayster gets 2 into the mid-map. And they're in a little bit of hurt now, Optic Gaming. They need to try and either break this or go for the rotation. Looks like they're splitting the difference. It's just going to be Karma left alive at that old hill. He goes down. Arstony's in a good position. He's here with Simp. Here comes Optic. Can they get this break right now? There's a flank coming in. Look at Clayster. Clayster's behind him. This may be a big few kills for him as well. Looking it down, they are going to shut down Optic Gaming. TJ Halley stays alive in dark. Are they going to be able to do just enough? He goes down eventually as well, and it will be control here for Optic if they can get this pinch.
They need to try and get the pinch. They need to try and use their specialist, but all the gunfights going in E United's favor. The kills falling their way in barrels. They are nowhere near it. Pristini finds 2 in there. E United, map number 1 against Optic in the losers bracket, and a fantastic start to their Sunday. Well, what will be a very close series.
Optic Gaming have just had the first brick fall out of the green wall, and that's E United with the boot. 1 now down, but while that game is finished, we still have more games to look at. We go back to Mindfreak versus Mesa, and Mindfreak have got to be feeling it right now, because if you didn't see it, they managed to do a 100-point change on Mesa Gaming. And Mesa Gaming, they didn't look good after that first best of 5. They look a bit dejected. If anything, their spirits are even lower now.
Yeah, I've seen some throws in my time. And that might well be up there. What a performance out of Mindfreak in that final rotation. But for all that, you want to give them all the credit in the world, and they played it fantastically. You have to at least put most of the blame with Mesa Gaming. The streaks found nothing, and it just completely fell apart. But we're into a different game mode now. Mesa Gaming seem to have Mindfreak's number in the search and destroy, but Mindfreak, they just run straight down the side of the map on the defensive side and got so aggressive over towards B. You said they're feeling themselves pricey. That's very evident in their gameplay.
It certainly is now. With control, I wonder if they saw that bomb down on the floor. I think they have. Look at the way they've set up over here around the silos. It's going to be Pentagram and Stamino. Is there any way to get into here? I just don't see it. There's too many members of Mindfreak for them. Stamino gets 1, however, gets instantly traded out. Pentagram's going to go down as well. Mindfreak open up the S&D with aggression and brilliance.
Straight down the throats of Mesa Gaming. They will feel like they're in their heads now. Mindfreak are being here time and time again. And I love the confidence. You're in the map 2, second best out of 5. Round 1 in the S&D. What we doing, boys? We are rushing straight down the middle of the map. Love to see it. If you're an Australian fan, Shox has had a fantastic series so far. Mindfreak in control of this game.
Well, here we go. It's their turn to attack here. Let's see how they get on payload. And it looks like they're going for a heavy A push. Luca's going to be alone left in tunnels. And Mesa Gaming have gone for a very aggressive B stack. They've actually funded it, and they're going to go around. Any second now, though, Mindfreak will realize they've got no information coming through. Luca might be in trouble here. He's looking the wrong way, and down he goes. Big first kill there for Mesa Gaming.
He'll be very confused as to why he's being killed there. No idea what's going on. Shox now trying to defend as best he can, but Mesa on a very, very big flank. Shox now has an important job to do. In a good position here, but ICR, if you don't hit those first couple of bullets, you're in trouble. Believe finds Setzi around the outside. Swifty waiting for the push after finding 1, but Shox finds another with the ICR. Suddenly a 2v3 in favor of Mindfreak.
Busy trying to stay alive here. Does have a grenade, might be able to use it to great fashion here, but he's going to see a player, and that's actually his teammate. I got a bit excited myself there. Believe gets Swifty down. 2 versus 2. Trying to look for this one as well. Goes down. It's now a 1 versus 2. It's all on BZ's shoulders.
Easy.
Shots, and down he goes.
Can't find anything, and what started as a fantastic round for Mesa turns into absolutely nothing. Mindfreak continue this run. Shox here with another best player of the game. I think he finds 2 or 3 in that round as well. I think he might be on 5 or 6-0 now. Found 3 in the first round as well. So Shox putting on his big boy pants for this second best out of 5.
Mindfreak smell blood in the water.
Yeah, 100%. He's 25 off streaks by the looks of things. I know what I will say is, though, this map, if you don't want streaks on any map, it's this one. There's not really a lot you can do. A lot of it is really inside, but into this round we go. A big defensive hold from Mindfreak.
Fortunately, that grenade isn't going to do anything. We can see it. Obviously, he doesn't know, but I'm hoping Shox has somebody in front of him running for bait. I think it's going to be Luca. You see him kind of shuffle into the tunnels there with the rest of them. They're actually going to get this plant down. If Maisie get it down, very difficult site to retake most of the time, but Pentagram goes down. That bomb hasn't been planted either. BZ managed to get one, not able to get the second either. Now 4 versus 4, and that plant is finally coming in, but Mindfreak have now got numbers, and that bomb does not go down. Mindfreak are just controlling the tempo every single time. Shox has got his streaks as well now. And again, we're in this scenario. Maisie Gaming, where do they go? What do they do?
They just look like they don't really know what to do up on that main stage right now. Shox is dominant at 8-0. The bomb has been picked up though, and they will be able to move it over towards A. BZ has had a good round. He found 2 good kills in the mid-map. And that one will go down. Is Swifty going to have time to get around there? I do not think so, but he will be there very, very shortly after. Finds BZ. Good snap with the ICR. 1v2 for Believe.
Well, here we go. Believe, unfortunately, doesn't know any information on the bomb site, so he is going to have to check soon. Going to find Swifty as well, and he is going to lose the gunfight. Mindfreak chalk another one up on the board. It's all them at the moment. Maisie Gaming just can't get anything started.
And that's a few kills there with the ICR for Swifty. Fantastic work by him. Shox continues his unbeaten streak as well. That's 3 rounds in a row without death and plenty of kills as well. Mindfreak just, this is reminding me of London in all honesty now. It really, really is. Remember London, that very first map that we seen between them and Kairos was relatively close at one point. You know, it was a pretty tight game, and then Mindfreak found an extra gear that Maisie just don't seem to have access to.
Yeah, it's incredible. They just, every single time you think, you know, Maisie Gaming looks so dominant all the way through the Game Fuel Open bracket. They come into the grand final, and Mindfreak, you'd think it'd be so daunting having to play 2 best-of-5s, but it doesn't bother them at all. They just keep turning it up. And now they're on the attack here, once again onto payload. Let's see how they break this one down. Shox with another big win.
He doesn't die.
Yeah. However, disadvantage this time around. Mindfreak don't have the numbers. Shox trying desperately to get out of there. He hasn't got the health.
Swifty is here for backup as Shox continues. 10-0 out of the Australian veteran right now. Luca is going to find a kill on a BZ, a 3v2 now. Shots into Luca though, he is team shot there. 2 players, Shox and Swifty, trying to get things done. It's these ICRs. Maisie just don't have an answer for it at all, and Swifty finds another. They are just rolling and rolling through Maisie Gaming right now, and there is absolutely no answer from them. Not a single one. Swifty finds more kills. Shox is 10-0. Swifty may not be far behind him.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Mindfreak, this isn't even a close game anymore.
No.
What has happened? Maisie Gaming, after losing the first best-of-5, started off map number 1. They looked good. Unfortunately, Mindfreak have completely shattered their morale.
They've collapsed. They've completely collapsed. If you're Maisie Gaming,
Setsy's 0-4, but somehow, you know.
6-1 out of Swifty, 10-0 out of Shox is the reason that they're doing so well. Setsy's kicking back at this point. Shox pushing forward, feeling himself now. Nova very aware of what's going on here. Setsy finds another as well. Finally finds his first kill. Swifty finds another as well. 3v3. Luca kills Nova. It's a crazy round, but Mindfreak are quite happy just to go on the aggression. Wow. It's worked every single round. Shox, we're in the round number 5 and still has not died and has found 10 members of Maisie Gaming.
Swifty's also very close to streaks as well, just 100 points off. Bomb now going down. Will this be Maisie Gaming stopping the flood? They're looking for him now. Did he just see him? I don't think he did. Believe just trying to play his life. He's going to see one, ends up losing the gunfight as well. It's now Lorne Stamino. 1 versus 3 for him. He gets traded out at the same time, and that is another round to Mindfreak.
It's flawless, absolutely flawless. Their retakes are fantastic. They're moving around the map together, and their teamwork has been phenomenal. Oh, we're staring down the barrel of another double best out of 5 win for Mindfreak. in the game development brackets.
Maybe from the practice.
It's we've been talking about champs a lot in this broadcast already. That's what they're looking at. They are looking at that. If any team is going to be able to compete with the pro teams, it's these guys, 100%.
If you're a Pro League team, be careful. Be very careful, because Mindfreak are coming. And I guarantee you right now, there are Pro League teams who should be very, very fearful of getting them in their groups. They are not messing around. It was very close for them to actually get into the Pro League. Choked to the Pro League qualifier a little bit.
I need to see Shox not die here. Give me the 6-0, give me the perfect game from Shox. This is the grand finals, not round one of the winners bracket. I trust you. Trust me, sorry. Shox, let's see. Can he get things going? Can he continue this unbelievable streak from Mindfreak, who have been just dominant in this second best out of 5?
Well, right now, Mazer Gaming finally get it down, but that bomb will go down themselves. I'm wondering if Shox actually thinks about using that ping on that lighting. I don't know if he's used it yet.
Staying alive as best he can. Swifty alive there as well. Shox finds another 3v3. Setzi does go down. Shox now. Big gunfight coming up. Got to call the Hellstorm in. He's going to bend it through.
Here we go.
Oh, he's going to get caught out there. Oh, he's died. What a disaster.
Swifty going to call this one in.
That bomb's been defused though.
Yeah, it's pinged it. I don't think he's going to get there in time, unfortunately. Yeah, he's not going to be able to. And Mazer Gaming finally get a point on the board with that defuse. Shox also ruined his perfect game.
Damn it.
I mean, it's still okay.
Yeah, I think he'd be all right with it, in all honesty. Swifty, another decent round from him as well.
Worst part is he saw his own death coming and couldn't do anything about it.
That was it. The only reason he died is because he's calling in his Hellstorm.
Well, Mazer Gaming, if they stand a chance now in this grand final, are going to have to do to Mindfreak what Mindfreak did to them. Hit them with the full reverse sweep. Hit 6 rounds on the bounce. That is the chance. That is going to boost them back up into this game. Can they do it though, Tan? That's the real question. It's going to be so difficult. Fighter gets the first blood as well. Mazer Gaming, Fighter gets the second blood as well.
Fantastic work out of them. The ARs have just been dominant. BZ and Believe though, combining well. Shox once again. Oh, he dies again. That's that KD half there. Swifty now, trying to stay alive. 2v2, Mazer Gaming need this round. You feel as if a 2-0 deficit in this series will be very difficult to spin on its head.
Here we go. Going for that long rotation now. Mazer Gaming. They know what kind of situation they're in. They have to play it correctly though, but Setzi's going to see him not able to quite get the kill. BG's trying to reinforce it. Swifty there. Going to be able to pick up both of them. Crossfire coming in. And that's going to be it. That's going to be all she wrote. That is now 2-0 to Mindfreak. They've won 5 maps so far in this grand final. Mazer have only won 1, but it's the next one that really counts. One more for Mindfreak.
It's that same old story, isn't it? Every single time it's like, oh, Mindfreak, you've been locked down the losers bracket. I wonder if they can do the double best out of 5 again, and here they are. I think it was the same in Fort Worth, if I remember rightly. It got very close to it at least. In London, they did it. Are they about to do it here again in Anaheim? A fantastic performance so far. Mindfreak, a dominant search and destroy, a dominant hardpoint. Mindfreak doing fantastic. Mazer Gaming throwing this one away. We'll be back after the break with map number 3.
The Call of Duty World League is brought to you by TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand. And Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CWL Anaheim. We are live here on the main stage with the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket. Right now, we're in the second best of 5. Mindfreak doing the business so far in it as well. After a great comeback on the first Hardpoint, they shut it down on payload, search and destroy, and are looking like one more map for that championship.
And you know, you feel as if when you watch that search and destroy, that the end of that Hardpoint has just had such a bearing on Mesa Gaming. They threw it away. They completely threw it away. And Mindfreak, fantastic comeback, don't get me wrong, but this seaside control now, when we do get into it, you just feel as if Mindfreak cannot lose this. Cannot lose it, surely.
Yeah, I mean, Mindfreak look like they're in full control, but it's not the only game going on here at CWL Anaheim. If you do fancy watching E-United versus Optic Gaming, that is currently going on Bravo Station. And of course, we will try and jump in at some point when we can, but of course, we've got to keep an eye on our game here on main stage first. Ton, ask you honestly, do the Australians do it here?
Yeah, they do it in 3. I just don't see, after how we've seen that S&D fold out, I don't see how Mesa regain. It just seems to be that Hardpoint and the way they lost it has really hurt them. It's really, really hurt them. And honestly, before this game started, just after the performance yesterday between Mesa and Mindfreak, the way that Mesa played, I just thought that they had it in the first best out of 5. I really, really did. Is it out of the question that they come back here? Absolutely not. Seaside control is what we're going to see again. First time we've seen that in the first best out of 5, it was relatively close.
Here's the thing about that first best out of 5. Mindfreak were winning the slaying battles most of the time. It was Mesa's ability to control the map that really made a difference. But Mesa also choked that control last time around.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're feeling right now, but if you're Mindfreak, you knew you kind of had the upper hand in terms of like slaying and getting those kills down on this map. It was Mesa Gaming's almost trickery or smarts, their strategies that made the difference. Still ended up winning. So for me, you know, this looks like a lock for Mindfreak. I can't see further than that. But Mesa Gaming, if you're there, if you're ready, I'm willing to go to map 5 with you.
Yeah, come on, let's spawn in Mesa. Give us a map number 5. Here we go. Second best out of 5. Mindfreak need 1. Mesa need 3. Winner takes it all. We start this control. It's Mesa Gaming on the attack. It's a good start for them. Finding some kills and finding a good amount. Swifty's the only man left on the map currently and trying to stay alive in mid. He should be taken down from behind after Beezy does go down, but stays alive, and that's good for Mindfreak. At least we've got somebody in the mid-map being a thorn in the side, being a presence there. But Mesa are inside a beat, and they are capturing that point.
Oh, here we go. Again, that's not unusual for them. Trying to get it down, and eventually he is going to get shut down there as well. Here we go, Mesa Gaming trying to get it. Pentagram doing big work for himself. Hasn't actually died yet, this control.
They're so good at it. You said it, they're used to doing this. We've seen them do it a lot in map number, the first time that we've seen the control. They move out of the hills when they need to. They then jump back in after they find the kills. If you're inside the control point, you can see it's being captured. If you're on the defensive side, you know there's people in there. So they move out, they win the gunfights on the outside, they push back in, but Fighter finds 3 inside of Checkers. Fantastic work out of him and shutting down the push from Mesa, who were ahead in the kills and looking to capture A with plenty of time to go.
Here we go. They're actually doing the same thing as usual. Mindfreak pushing way up the map, trying to get these kills back. Right now, they're only 2 behind, but there goes shot punches from both players. Seti is eventually going to go down before that heal can get him back to full health. And now they're actually, both teams are fighting nowhere near the control point.
Now we're playing TDM, Brycey. That's literally what these two are trying to do now, just slinging away. And I think it's just basically a fight for control, isn't it? They are just trying to get some kills, to get some in-back control, working on getting some real estate on the map. Neither team able to do that so far. Mesa are very slightly ahead on the kill front, but Mindfreak will not mind that at all. They have turtled up a little bit now and are allowing Mesa Gaming to gain some control of the map, and they're going to make a push.
Now, dangerous time for Mindfreak. Mesa Gaming are stacking. Losing this next wave of kills could mean that Mesa Gaming take control. They do have 1 life advantage. Here we go. Mesa Gaming going for the flank. Do Mindfreak know this is coming? They're getting a little bit bottlenecked. It's a little bit dangerous as they just try to get into position. Here we go. Mesa Gaming looking to make the move. Any second now, chaos is going to erupt on this map as both teams slam together in a whirlwind of gunfire. Now, there we go. Looks like the pinch is coming in. Strays now coming in from both teams. Fighter trying to stay alive. He knows he's going to be contested as Laser Gaming tries to flood in as well, but Shock's managed to pick off one. He's going to know the Pentagram's gone towards the back here, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit confused because Laser Gaming have now managed to get in and they are going to get the sweep. Mindfreak are now spawning out. Surely that's going to be enough. They've now got the advantage and Mindfreak are in a bad position.
And this might be the fire that Laser Gaming need. It's a fantastic break by them. Swifty does so well to stay alive inside the point and might just have postponed it enough for Mindfreak to get back in, but the kills coming in for Pentagram. Luca does answer back, but only 3 lives remaining for Mindfreak. It will take something special to win this round. 2v7, Mesa Gaming should be able to slay this one out. 6v2 now. It would be special for Mindfreak if they do manage to win this, but we can see Mesa taking the sensible approach. They wait for everybody, but they push through. Setsi behind everybody here. 2v5, Swifty finds 2.
Oh my goodness, surely not. Samira get to those 1 versus 3. Setsi, you can't complete this. Surely they're going to flood in. They've got enough bodies to trade, and down he goes. Mindfreak with a dream of hitting a 2 versus 8, but just not quite enough. Eventually that numbers do tell, and they get traded down. First blood to Mesa Gaming.
A little bit scary, just a little bit scary there in the end. But Mesa Gaming make the numbers eventually count. Good stuff from Mindfreak though, trying to bring it back into contention. But Mesa eventually closed this one out, and crucially an attacking round, a really good start from them in that respect, trying to get back into this series.
Yeah, unbelievable player. You know what, Pentagram staying alive at the back there was massive for them. We knew Mesa Gaming were going for that kind of complicated pinch. They were kind of stacking around in Mindfreak's spawn, but eventually it worked out for them, and having the kill advantage went from 1 to 6. Just pays dividends, but here we go. Both teams now flooding in towards B point. And already Mesa Gaming getting those first kills going down. Could be a complete wipe. Only Fighter able to get a kill from Mindfreak. And now Mesa Gaming moving up the map to try and get more.
Penda's flying up the map, and the thing is, the fact that he's not seeing anyone here, he's gathering information. They know where they aren't, so they know where they are in the end. And Mindfreak seemingly pushing through barrels. Mesa Gaming will retreat back on up, and I like that from Mindfreak. If Mesa Gaming get all those kills over towards B, they're pushing down the B side of the map to try and spawn kill from there. So Mindfreak's out, well, not even going to entertain that idea, push all the way through barrels. They're now inside of it, getting a couple of ticks here as well. BZ trying to cause some problems from Checkers, and the pinch comes in. Mesa Gaming. This is a bit better from them. We're seeing some life eventually, Bryce.
We certainly are. Mesa Gaming do not want this to end right here after going all the way through the winner's bracket. But Mindfreak now, lots of bodies into it. This should be a B take. They've got enough. They could even sag it. Shocks may even just jump in and do this very, very rapidly. Mesa Gaming, are they going to go for the break though? That's the real question. It doesn't actually look like it. You can see Pentagram going all the way around the flank. Now, if he keeps pushing, they may go for the pinch. He is. He's not actually going to go for the spawn fields. He's going for the pinch himself. They've just got it. It looks like they're not even going to be able to contest, but they are going to try and get the kills out of this one as well. Not worked out overly well for Mesa in this scenario, as Mindfreak do get all the kills going down, and now they're pushing towards. Only 3 versus 5 here because their reinforcements are so far away and currently in barrels. But that kill differential, only 1.
Good stuff from Mindfreak though. Managing to fight their way out, come out swinging. Fighter does go down, and now Mindfreak. What sort of move do you choose to do to get inside this point? The kills actually coming in from Mesa. Luca and Shocks do answer back. Trying to set up a pinch here. Believe finds 2 though. 2 good kills from him, and that will slow down this push from Mindfreak. Very slight lead for Mesa Gaming. Look towards the specialist about to come into play. Does anyone invest anything into this round? Mesa Gaming with 3 kill lead here, Brycey. 53 seconds to play with if you're Mindfreak though.
Stamino does have that grab slam. Could get a get out of jail free card here. Setsi gets 1. Being very, very careful here. There's actually kills going in on the spawn once again. Mindfreak going to go try an entry here. Going to get 1. Not able to get too many bodies into this. I think they're going to be shut down and rebuffed. Ton, it's Mindfreak in the same position again. 6 versus 11.
Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good here for Mindfreak in this control. It's been a highly contested game mode between these two, as Believe finds 6 in a row and will find his lightning strike. We'll keep an eye if he does find that Hellstorm, but certainly a little bit more of an interesting round. Now v4. This is doable for Mindfreak. It's difficult though. 4v7. BZ finds 1 onto Luca. They don't have a lot of time here. 3v7 though becomes a bit more difficult. believe, jumping out of top tower, finds one from behind, 2v6, gonna be so difficult for Mindfreak. Meza take a 2-0 lead in this control. We may well have a good series on our hands, the second best out of 5 yet, Bryce.
Well, turns out a break is just what Meza needed to regain, because they managed to come back into this one. However, there is a small caveat. This actually did happen last time around on this control. Meza went up 2-0 and ended up Mindfreak coming swinging right back into it, Ton. So, I don't know. It's not over yet. It's not over yet for Mindfreak.
It's definitely not. We've seen some close hard points between these two teams as well. If Meza can finish this, though, and we do see a map number 4, Meza know they have it in their locker. That's what's been the annoyance for me through this series, is that I just haven't seen the Meza that we have seen all weekend long. Mindfreak just seem to have found another gear, as said, but here we go into round number 3, and the trades just about favor Mindfreak 3-2. And they will eventually clear out. Not what they did last time round when they were defending. Swifty does well. A tank finds 2 or 3. And they will be able to defend this site. Good start for Mindfreak for the comeback.
There we go. Mindfreak not being as aggressive this time around after that. Sweet fighter though, staying alive here. Doesn't really have the reinforcements. He's got to be careful, because here comes Meza Gaming. That trophy system has gone down as well. Trying desperately to stay alive, but Meza Gaming completely sweep that one out, and Mindfreak now have a chance to get back in here and capture B. But is it enough? Because incoming, is that going to get it? He could slowed it right down. Didn't need to. Turns out his teammates are going to get the kills before he can.
Slowing down that Hellstorm very often leads to kills, and Stamino just about hits that last bullet with help from his teammate. And they push them back into their spawn, and because of that pressure from Stamino, who finds 2, it's really going to shove Mindfreak back. That's a big gunfight by Shox, does find 1, but Pentagram can reply, and Mindfreak just getting slayed in their spawn here. Meza Gaming looking good for the 3-0 in the control, to be honest with you, Brycey. And this really does put the series back into contention. It's not just a map, it's a convincing one from Meza if they can close it out.
Well, they're going for B now as well, and you're right here. Incoming though, War Machine. Stamino's going to stay alive because his flag eventually goes down. Swifty gets 2, and Fighter comes back into it. This could be a chance for Mindfreak. They fought this deficit right back down and prevented that B cap. Wouldn't surprise me now to see Meza try and do their usual trick and hit A.
It seems as if they're piling towards B, and the problem is that they don't have enough time here. They really don't have a lot of time. They're going to call in the lightning strike. They want this one to be over. Grab Sam here, but wouldn't surprise me if it needs to be invested, that he does invest it. Isn't going to get a chance to, though. Swifty and Fighter win the gunfights here. They are going to get B, so they will extend it. Good scenario for Meza to be in, considering the fact that they have the life advantage. 12-6 now. Meza Gaming have put on a clinic here in control.
Well, Mindfreak do not have a single respawn left, and now only 4 versus 11. Same story as the last 2 rounds. Mindfreak have come close with it, but I think Stamino's about to shove a grab slam down, gets 2. Mindfreak only have 2 left. Make that. Still 2 left. I thought they were going to lose that one. 1 left, 1 versus 9. The impossible dream. But Meza Gaming come back into this one.
Looking good, and that's the sort of map you want if you want this comeback to start. You don't want a close game. You don't want a 3-2, a 3-0. And a map that they lost in that last series as well. A big factor for them heading into these final 2 maps. Have they got the fire? Have they gained some momentum in this series?
Well, Meza Gaming staying alive. Not quite willing to let this grand final go yet. That's only their 2nd map win so far out of the 7 we've played.
And they'll be kicking themselves, I think, because you think of that first half point, they close that one out. Yeah, they lose the session destroy, but you go into this, they should be 2 on the lead. They should be 2 on the lead now.
All right, well, here's where we're going to jump in. And this is going to be a Bravo stream right now. And as you can see, this is a replay. Here's what we missed. Optic Gaming 2-0 up, but it looks like E United have the advantage in this point, just on kills alone.
Yeah, looking like a convincing E United round here, but 2 down in this control. After winning the S&D after a slow start from Optic, they're looking to try and win the control as well. 4v8 though got very interesting until Simp whips out the big guns to help his team secure this round. 6v2, easy enough for E United to surely close out here, Brycey. Let's go into the game live now, as we are going to see United close that round out. Where are we at now? very even, dead even in this next round.
Wow, here we go. Optic Gaming pushed right up the map here. Try not to let United out, but Abizi does take down TJ Haley. And Scum is just floating about looking for his kills. Take down Prestini. There's another player here as well. Scum gets that one as well. Abizi gets him. And now you can see a little bit of a gap pushed in here. United don't really have room to maneuver.
Optic Gaming just seem to be moving around the map very well as a unit. Scum now. Pipes with the Sog is always a good place to be. Look at the shots onto Abizi. The young upstart having to back off now is Scum after that fantastic performance against FaZe yesterday. The shots into Abizi this time around as well. He's going to find Arsenis as well. Not quite. But a good defensive hold here by Optic. 19-16, Dashi with a grenade kill. Forcing them back and just never allowing United to gain momentum down this side. This is why we're seeing United try something different here. We can see they are rotating around A side of the map.
Yeah, big flank coming in from them as well. Realistically, United need a big break coming in, but Optic Gaming are just trading every single kill away they can. TJ Haley gets another one. Abizi and Kama going for it, but this is the flank. You've got to keep an eye. Number 9 and 10. That's Prestini and Abizi trying to get around. And Prestini finally gets one, but it doesn't open up any hole because all of his team are dead. There's nobody here.
He needs to try and stay alive. He's going to try and get the kills on Kama. The tag 5 is popped though. Gets horrible timing. Shouldn't be able to find Damon there, not at all. The rest of United now coming through. Dashi finds 2 though. Hits the Tempest, a chance to another. Is he going to get it? One more? Not quite. Simp is the only one to answer back. 13 feet 5. Dashi's calling in the Hellstorm. Everybody take cover, get indoors. Here comes the fire. Dashi finds one, finds his own teammate as well, but this is going to be an Optic Gaming win in map number 3. They will take a 2-1 series lead off the back of the Hellstorm and the Lightning Strike of Dashi to close it out.
Well, OG managed to get that one back into it. And if you want to keep up with that game, of course, you can catch it on the Bravo stream here at CWL Anaheim. But that map ends. We've got a map starting. It is going to be map number 4 here in our second best of 5 in the grand final. Mindfreak versus Mesa Gaming. This time we're going to Hacienda Hardpoint.
Back to Hacienda we go. One apiece between these two, and they have played each other on this map this weekend. So God knows which way this one's going. I see this game is ebbed and flowed in different directions. And it's just kept going backwards and forwards. Mindfreak, for the most part, have, of course, been the dominant team. But Mesa have shown signs of life occasionally, which makes me believe we may well see a map number 5 here.
Well, we'll find out. Hacienda's a little bit interesting between these two teams. I feel like it's been a close game most of the time around, but Mindfreak coming out on top.
Yeah, it has done. I mean, first time around when they played each other in the winners bracket final on this map, Mesa took it. Then in our first best out of 5, Mindfreak took it. Which way does it go this time? Mindfreak feeling good about their Hardpoint in the series, yet to lose one set snapping like that. And it's a good start from them. After that control, you could question whether Mindfreak, will maybe be feeling a little bit dejected in the fashion that they lost in a 3-0 game. But a good start to Hardpoint on Hacienda here. With plenty of control, picking up 25 points with 20 seconds to go on this middle hill. There's nothing to shake your head at all.
Says he just saw a player there in the water, but wasn't able to get the snap quite right. And of course, we are keeping an eye on this rotation going down.
5 kills.
You can see BZ actually going all the way around the back. This will be very, very important to get it.
Lightning strike for Fighter here. Straight off the first hill. We said, is this a comeback from Mesa? Well, Mindfreak, I want to put that theory to bed very, very quickly with Fighter bringing in streaks. 2 men go down. Stefano and Nova forced out the kill at the back as well. A perfect rotation from Mindfreak. Mesa don't have a point on the board yet.
Oh my God. Talk about a Navy SEAL.
I can't even see them. He's run out of bullets.
Unbelievable.
Fighter in the end, going 10 kills in a row without a death. And this is just dominant from Mindfreak.
Oh,
what? They can't get near it. Oh my God. It's a laser beam. My Maddox does not do that either. Shox is just continuing to push forward. They're really feeling themselves here, Mindfreak. We're going to go over towards P3 with Mindfreak nearly at 100 points. And Mesa not a single one themselves.
He managed to get in here as well. They don't really have full control of the rotation, but they keep making the kills. And it will be finding Major Gaming get some points on the board, but here come Mindfreak looking for it as well. They're trying to put bodies into it. Shox is going to end up calling in his streaks. That's going to force them off as well. Major Gaming only get 2 before incoming Australians, and Mindfreak have arrived at fences and wrested control away from Major Gaming.
The boys from down under having a party in and around fences right now. Shox is just not missing bullets. And I hate to play devil's advocate here, but in map number 1, we see Major Gaming, they had a 100-point lead. And Mindfreak came back. Can they do the same here, Major? Mindfreak would really have to throw this away, you feel, though. Plenty of cut to be played, but when Shox is hitting shots like that, a difficult spot to be in. Pentagram flying over the top, does find 2. Swifty will eventually take him down, and Mindfreak just look unshakable. They really, really do right now.
I'm trying to see, they are also quite far towards their specialists, considering how much they've been slaying. They don't have control of this rotation yet, though, as we do head towards Rock. Few players of Mindfreak are going to be in the water. Looks like it's going to be Luca and Shox. Here we go. Big pinch coming in. Swifty trying to get it. Luca gets one as well, but he doesn't have the teammates with him anymore. Has to sit down underneath, looking for it. But Mindfreak have done a great job again of getting all the way through the players here.
Big kills by Believer on the back, though. This is going to allow Mesa to lock down some time. Still early in the game. If they can get heated up here and find this final 40 or 30 points, then the game is definitely achievable. They can definitely find their way back in. Crucially, they haven't allowed Mindfreak for all their lead to gain any more score streaks, but there and then say that Mindfreak have broke on in very, very easily. 25 seconds left to play for. This could be a 125-point lead heading into the second rotation for the Australians. It's looking good.
Oh! Stamino with the acrobatics, taking them down, and finally Major Gaming look like they are able to match up to Mindfreak's gun skill and get a few kills going onto the board. Of course, here you still want to keep pushing Rock, because once you push Rock, you can push through the door, get up into top ring control, and try to keep it that side around. But
he's not going to find the third, surely. Believe does take him down. But you're very right, it's all about that top control, and they can move over to that very, very quickly from Rock's side. Contested in the middle here, and we see Mindfreak pick up about 30 or 40 points on the first rotation at P1. Can they do the same again?
We don't really expect this time around now, because Major Gaming are doing a lot better into this game, so I expect that this hardpoint will be a little bit more contested. I don't think either team is going to really get full control for a lot of it, but Major Gaming are making the best of it so far.
Seti up top now. Major trying their best to get back into this game. But that bad start just makes things so difficult. Number 5 on your map, BZ, is the only one over towards P2 for his team. He's all alone, and they descend on him in this rotation from Mindfreak. Looks solid. A kill from Shox in the middle as the TAC 5 is popped. 5 seconds remaining. Mindfreak will soak it all up, and they're winning the rotation battles. They're the first ones here towards Garage. And it's such a big money here. Look how far they're pushed out.
Oh, Swifty just evaporated in there with the sword. Looking for another kill going down. They've still got TAC 5, half of Mindfreak. That was popped about 20 minutes ago. They're just staying alive. But there we go. Major Gaming finally able to get some bodies into the front of Garage. Trying to get through now. Pentagram Belief doing it up to get them, but Shox and Swifty will shut that down and say, you know what? Enough of that. Get out of here.
Mindfreak have found that final gear once again, it feels. Mesa now pushing around from behind, but these ICRs on Mindfreak have been dominant all game long.
Grab.
That's a grab slam. Oh, he only gets one. They see it coming. They're back on off. Seti staying alive. I thought we were giving out tacos here at one point, but he still keeps on going. He doesn't need the specialist. Mindfreak in complete control of this game. I thought we might see a map number 5. I'm not quite as convinced at this point, Ricey.
To be honest with you, I don't think Mesa have seen map number 4. 200 points now for Mindfreak. Major Gaming 49 as we move towards fences. But there is a lightning strike in play, and I imagine once Mindfreak get a little bit closer to this one, it will come in to push Major Gaming out. There we go.
I mean, it's such a big lead, Ricey. What do Mesa even do? What do? They need somebody to go off. We need to see a big specialist play and streaks become available. Stamino finds 3 there. The rest of the team just not there. They're just not hitting the shots that the Australians are.
Well, still, this would be a massive swing if they can do it.
300 off.
They have control, have bodies around fences right now. Stamino trying to do so much work. He's still alive for so long, but incoming Australians once again. Mindfreak doing the business. Incoming Elstorm to shut them down. He's going to see a lot here on this one. He's only going to be able to get 2, not quite able to get any more than that. But it does look like that rotation will now finally come in. Mindfreak getting the scrap time as well, putting them within striking distance of winning this game.
And the thing is, for the rotation, they've got specialists to burn. They have a War Machine. Combine that with a Vision Pulse. This could be Mesa Gaming's last stand here in the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket Finals. Luca finds 2. Fighter now has popped the Vision Pulse. They know where they are. Believe goes down. His Tempest is gone. Mindfreak in control. The War Machine will be popped. They are 10 points away, Brycey.
And there we go, throwing it towards Garage. You can see the hit markers coming in, and Mindfreak have done the business, as that is going to be another lightning strike. That's another Hellstorm. That's another wipe, and that is Mindfreak once again winning the Game Fuel Open Bracket in a second best of 5. You just cannot stop the Australians.
This is their territory now. They have stamped their authority as the best team outside of the Pro League. A phenomenal performance once again. That main stage belongs to them. And a fantastic, fantastic series from Mindfreak.
Yeah, they really just bought it there in the last Hardpoint of Hacienda. And you know what, after the control, I thought maybe Mesa Gaming had something for them. Turns out they did not. 100-point club them there on the final map.
Absolutely dominant. Every single one of them had fantastic maps here and there. Shocks was a constant thorn in the side. The ICR and the Medics and different maps. And every single one of them had their moments throughout that series. They are a strong, strong team. A lot of people are looking towards them for Miami. A lot of people will be looking them at champs if they do obviously make it, you'd imagine. But well-deserved, very well-deserved. A fantastic performance from them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a team to watch now. You've got to keep an eye on Mindfreak going forward. They are consistently putting it up. They've only come second once in that bracket, and then they come first twice. I mean, they do keep doing it the hard way around, which I don't really understand, but somehow, you know, maybe they just want the reps coming in. But right now, let's go down to the floor with Jess.
All right, congratulations, very well deserved. How does it feel to be back here winning the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket twice in a row?
Yeah, it feels pretty good to get the 2-peat. Honestly, it was a pretty easy tournament until we played these guys. Really good team, honestly. Like, put us to the test, like, every single map. So, yeah, props to them.
All right, now something that just a few people have pointed out and have noticed. Sometimes we'll notice some of you guys will play with your shoes off. Is that more comfortable? Does that actually help you compete better in game?
Oh, yeah, no. Honestly, I play with my shoes off at home, so, you know, it's pretty comfortable playing with them off here, so, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sneak over in the middle here. And finally, do you have anything that you'd like to say to your fans, supporters back home or watching anywhere in the world?
I just want to thank everyone here and everyone watching back at home. You know, you guys support us and it really drives us to keep playing. So thank you to everyone.
Anything else to add?
I played terrible and we still won. So if I'm turning up at champs, we're making a run.
Yeah, good shit, let's go.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. Back on over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you so much, Justin. Again, congratulations to Mindfreak. They're our Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Open Bracket champions for the second time in a row, going those back-to-back series to clinch that win once again. And again, I'm your host, Katie Bedford. For the rest of the day, you'll be on the desk with Nameless Study and Pac-Man while we crown our champions. The end of CWL Anaheim, and now we're going to take a look at what is going on in these open brackets. You can see how we got to that Mesa Gaming Mindfreak Grand Final, and Study, that's got to be impressive to see from Mindfreak. They did it at London, they did it again here, and they made it look pretty easy.
They've been to 3 straight finals of the last 3 straight events, and they're back-to-back like they're on the cover of Lethal Weapon. These guys are just
Jordan 96-97.
Unbelievable. You're talking about at London they went 6-0, and then here they go 6-1. That team looks really good.
Either way, they're the Reapers of open bracket.
Yeah,
they wake up Sunday and feel different. We said it last time. I mean, these guys were super close to being in the Pro League. They've been in the Pro League over and over, and they just have a different caliber of players.
They're looking at champs. They want to make a run there, right? So, you know, going back-to-back here, it's going to give them that confidence. Maybe some pro teams start to scrim these guys, give them that better practice, see what they're able to do there.
All right, we're going to swing right into Bravo.